The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the Scriptures, when we go throughout extra-biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.
All right. Shalom, everybody. Can everybody hear me clearly? Let me know, can everybody hear me clearly? Say Khan if you can hear me clearly. Say Khan if you can hear me clearly. Solid. I say Khan. I don't know if that means you can hear me clearly or not. Okay, all praises. All praises to the Most High. So I'm going to go ahead and just, before we go into this, because you understand, it's we going into something that we all know what's going on this year, and we're going to try to make sure that we we're wise as serpents and harmless as doves, in our speech. You understand, as we bring it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and play, you understand, 2 songs really quick to start this off. Then we can slowly just move into this, okay? So the first one is gonna be something I'll be, I'm always jamming. Right? So let's see what we got here. Elder Rawchaa.
And wasn't meant to be alone. So the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made He a woman, and brought her unto the man.
I've been searching for someone like you. They say fairy tales aren't real, but you're a dream come true. Just when I thought my heart was lost, you came into my life. And when my world was upside down, you helped me make it right. I wanna know what it's like to be in love. Find someone just call my own. I wanna know what it's like to be in love. To find someone to call my own. I wanna know what it's like to be in love. To find someone just call my own. Let me know what it's like to be in love. I never thought I'd ever give my entire all again, but you came into my life, and now I want to sacrifice. You are changing my perception with your honest love and affection, giving my heart away. Maybe I'm falling for you, baby. I wanna know what it's like to be in love. To find someone just call my own. I wanna know what it's like to be in love. someone to call my own. I wanna know what it's like to be in love. Just to find someone to call my own. Let me know what it's like to be in love. To fall in love with something that my heart been dreaming of. Oh girl, I never knew the meaning of true love. To give my all and chance a broken heart once again. There's a chance I have to take, handing over my heart to know what it's like to be in love. I think I found someone to call my own. Let me know what it's like to be in love. To find someone to call my own. I wanna know what it's like to be in love. Just to find someone to call my own. I think I know what I like to be in love. I was once in love. Never thought I'd give my heart again. Make me trust again. Make me wanna give my all. But when I laid my eyes on you, I felt so brand new. I wanted to be in love. To be in love. To find someone to call my own. Wanna know what it's like to be in love. And hope to find someone to call my own. Yeah. To be in love. To find someone to call my own. I think I know what I like to be in love.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, sometimes the elders got to be on that smooth stuff. You understand? You got to learn how to be universal and be all things to all men. Right? And just because we be all things to all men, sometimes we got to be all things to our women. So that was a special and beautiful song that Elder Rawchaa made. You understand? And I think it's beautiful, man. I think it's very, very beautiful. I'm going to play one more song before we go into it. And I had to, put it out there for those who have not heard it yet. Fair use. You understand that for educational purposes only. But we finally dropped the I Ain't Trying to Be Famous remix. And, we got some hot spitters. Now, I personally have to say, this is not because it's my track. Listen, if I could have, well, I could have, but I would have rewrote my verse. But my verse was made to be the way it was from the original. So the track or the thought of doing a remix would have never came up if we didn't do the original track. But I wrote my verse specifically the way that I did rap singing on the first one. But don't get it twisted, as you already know. Y'all heard Entering the Armageddon. Y'all already know I can spit, so that's not a surprise. But these brothers, I had to give a beautiful shalom to all of these brothers in the body. And not, this, I'm talking about one thing right now. Everybody in this truth is lots of people is making beautiful music. So, I'm going to be collabing with more people and getting them on my my mixtape called The Princes of Power. The Princes of Power. Not just looking hood and gutted, no. Fresh sometimes, and sometimes looking like you're ready for war. Because we're going to be doing some videos and stuff sometimes with that. But I'm going to be calling, some more people on that. Once again, you got to be in good standings with your elder. I'm be calling some sisters on that thing too. You don't need to hit me up. I will find you. You don't need to hit me up. The spirit would already lead me there to find you. And You understand. You don't need to over bombard me. Yeah, we're gonna play this track because these brothers killed it. I mean, they murdered it. They totaled it. Let me tell you. and the brother from the UK, Gabarya Allah, from London, excuse me about that. He said, man, this is one of the best collabs that I personally just ever heard. Like, as far as like, there's a lot of good collaborations out there, but you know, when you have when you have so many on one track at one time who can, like, sometimes you'll have a lot of hard spitters and then a few mediocre, and that doesn't mean the song is bad, but like when you have all of them just giving it no break, because let's be honest, who wants to listen to an 8-minute song? But let me tell you, when you're dealing with Israel and you got somebody to line that thing up right, oh man, just wait till you hear it, man. So, and poor Tazabal was only able to get 4 bars, and he murdered it. I'm afraid if this brother got 8 bars, I mean, I don't know what would have happened. And I'm just saying, so we got some rap singers on here. We got, man, Shaddai War. You understand. Hebrew Fresh, because he always dressing fresh. He's always fresh. Right. Good and honorable men on here. Humble men, too. This is the thing. These men on here are hardworking men. Could care less about showing off or being on the front page. They just do their work. Let me tell you, man, Brother Akwan, all the way in our church in Africa. Shout out to him. Shout out to my brother Kasada War in Chicago. He's on here. You understand. So a lot of you heard the original, but this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I mean, boy, I got a few things coming in a few weeks. Something exciting. Dealing with the music. You understand? So we're going to start it off a little earlier than I expected. But yet and still, it's getting ready to go down pretty soon. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and you see, you know, all of these brothers on that thumbnail fresh when I put it up for you. We wanted to make it not always just looking like somebody with a hoodie on, the basics. No. We need to start coming fly. How you gonna be the light of the world and you're dim? Casual is cool too, but sometimes you gotta come fly. Don't forget when you read up in that scripture about the priests, they was decked out, head to toe. The Most High said, "Listen, make sure they is fresh, straight up." Solomon was sprinkling gold dust in his men's dreads every day. And we're still in captivity. We get it. But all I'm saying is we cannot allow the Nation of Islam, and that's nothing against those brothers, and I'm saying it for a reason. We claim we have the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but they come fresh every time. Every time. Not sometimes, every time. A lot of us get too comfortable with the dreads not being fresh and having the one beard pop it all out over here and knot it up. What's up with all of that? No. How you gonna be kingdom of heaven? Listen, come fresh. Be a light. Represent. Straight up. Smell good. Keep your mouth clean. Look good. And when people see you, they gonna want to join that thing. That's why everybody going to Nation of Islam. They feel good. They see them. They like, hold up, man, these guys is fresh. They in order. The women got the hair. Everybody's in order. But they don't have the truth. We got the truth, and then we lollygagging and waiting for something to happen, and a grown man got to tell you to dress up and do this and do that. It's like we don't take the Most High serious enough sometimes. But it's just a little motivation to put it out there for you. You wonder why you ain't getting no looks from, you understand, the young ladies, or you wonder why you ain't getting no looks from the men. And you still got to be modest. We're not talking about lust. We're talking about where The scriptures do tell us to be fruitful and multiply. How can you do it if everyone's walking around in sackcloth and ashes? And I'm going to keep saying it. So, yeah, Sarah was called beautiful. She wasn't depressed. Okay, she had to keep herself looking fly for Abraham. Just keeping it real. So we got to have balance. Just weights and just measures. You know what I mean? So let us step our game up and continue to build our kingdom. A kingdom does not look depressed. A kingdom does not look angry and sad and mad and jealous and I can't do it. I ain't got it. No. Get up out of that mentality. Period. Or you're going to be what we're talking about tonight. You're going to be like these zombies out here. You were supposed to be the exact opposite, not like lukewarm with it. We're not talking about when a man's going to work, handling his business. When you come to the Sabbath, when you're presenting yourself in front of the world and these people, they just have to see the light. Not just dress, not just money, but everything. Your kindness, your respect, your love. Smile on your face sometimes. Just not just looking with a mug how we always used to do in the hood, where someone ends up dead after that. You understand what I'm saying? It don't take that much money to go and get you a little wardrobe real quick, and you understand you can mix and match and you're always ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and play this for these fresh brothers. I like to show love to my brothers, especially the real ones, not just anybody. I'm not going to tell you I'm just going to show love to anybody. You got to prove yourself. We all have to prove ourselves. I'm just being real with you. So, and I don't do music just with anybody. So I really don't care about music that much. I'm called to be a shepherd. The music can stay in the background, and I'm fine. I don't miss a beat, because I'm still gonna find something to do happily. Okay, it's just the extra thing to give a little salt and a little flavor to the ministry and help wake people up. Right? So today we're gonna be talking about, before we play this song, I want to mention it. People being taken suddenly already in 2023. And like I said, I have to be careful with my verbiage and my language and how I present it, because we know how the ears of the algorithm is. So you have to get the hint. When you see me doing this, you know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go ahead and play this really quick. And we're going to go ahead and get started with this. Okay. Let me see here. Hold up. You see these beautiful brothers right here? Let me get myself on mute.
Hello, my name's Ryan. I'm an A&R for Universal Records. Yeah, my boss would like to schedule for a meeting to discuss you possibly joining our team. He says you're the hottest rapper in the Third Coast right now. What's the name you go by? Aria Gabber? Look here, man. I appreciate the offer, but y'all can keep y'all funny money. I'm over here getting everlasting money with Christ. Know what I'm talking about?
I ain't trying to be famous at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Time will come.
Talking about tomorrow, right?
Bible say that the law is a lamp aid. Well, I'm a light garment on, fringes hanging from it like a lampshade. Famous at all, but the world got our name in their mouth. Fire ministering angels around, reason why we spit flames out our mouth. Jacob trouble, but I vanish. Ride like we wearing bandanas. Ironic, the women is making them banners. They saying we anti-Semitic. I'm saying they should watch their manners and talk to their parents, cause they inherit dead lies and vanity. Too, we the Jews, case you ain't heard the news, but what we ain't trying to do is,
I ain't trying to be famous, I'm just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment, I'm just trying to stay stainless. Truth, no, you can't bound it. The word, no, you can't tame it. Trying to lock it down, but they gon' keep getting chainless. I'm just trying to stay clean, I'm just trying to stay holy. That olive oil dripping down me so these demons can't hold me. Fornicate, they told me, Babylon ain't showed me every word that was spoken, cause that was never they focus. Free your soul with them locusts, cause you don't wanna be hopeless. The eagle in the sky with a beam up in his eye, and yet he still be scoping. Consider get rid of your sins. They heavy like walking the Thames. Come out that darkness with them and be like a spark in the gym. Drink a Babylon wine. Got you ever get blind? So clean it's a grind. Spirit stay on shine. One body, one mind. One day at a time. I don't need your dime, cause I'm doing just fine. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless.
Jumping the dudes, made a choice to flee that Babylon. I had to move. Left everything I've ever had. I got nothing to lose. Glory, I don't need no shine. I got nothing to prove. Been chosen, caught up in this life. I got my armor on, no lie. Every time I step aside of my spot, my mind fully fear the the most high. Sometimes I feel like a dove, just wanna fly if I had wings. Just trying to live blameless, stainless, even though they be aimless, that they pointing the finger, man. They be sitting there thinking, trying to find ways to sink me, but I'm moving the ways that ain't. Can't touch this. Got them guessing now they feeling real rubbish. If it's sin in the thoughts, gotta flush it. They them trying to leave your garment and smudge it. Stain if you rust it. Man, here we go again and again. Man, they just don't wanna see a brother win. Dang, they snoozing, they losing the end. I came, not to be locked up in sin. Ain't no doubt in my mind that I gotta get up on my grind. I'm trying to live like no swine. I'm aiming to be purified. Sometimes I fall, but I get back in line. I fight and I fight to try to hold it down. That's why I'm never hopeless. I'm focused. Hope that my prognosis is a holy chosen of soldiers.
I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless.
They say you been up in this truth, baptized is the meaning. Fresh up out the water, meaning like all my demons. No smart on my name, cause I didn't change. I'm ripping a high and nothing made. Money, cars, and clothes, fame, and fortune, all of those you can keep. Cause what's the point of gaining the whole world and then lose your soul to the beast?
I ain't tryna be famous, book a life guest list, that's what my name is. Jump at the chariot, white carpet, gold floors. I want a house next to James's. We must be blameless. Listen, I ain't tryna be fake, and my close ones know my flaws and slip-ups. But man, I gotta keep this thing real until it's stainless. Sinful entertainment kept generations in a cycle that's breaking now. Got them in their boots shaking, the sleeping lion has awakened. Baptism got a man clean. If you ask me how man's been, I'm like I gotta be hot, cause if I'm cooled in a lukewarm temperature, will just taint me. I don't need to be famous, go read me in them Bible pages. Blood of Christ is running through my veins. I must walk the same and make sure I stay lit. That's why I get black like a magpie. Neither are them man white. Blow the trumpet like a panpipe. I keep the sword sharp like a samurai.
I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless.
Really kingdom treasures, the only treasure. Carrots 144, that's a holy measure. 12 stones, 12 tribes, he's well sown. You know the vibes, that's how you show how you one and only I. Him that I am, son, the only God that died for the sins of the world one time. So I ain't trying to be famous, nah. I'm just trying to keep faith in and do this walk to stay blameless. Linen white on white to stay stainless. Was impossible without payment. Living sacrifice, forgiving appetite. The bread to have is life, the only master Christ. Way truth and light to that paradise. Full of precious stones, it's like a bag of ice.
Before lust conceive, here's my contraception. Lawrence girded, armed with weapons. Keep the fame, I'd rather have the fortune that Yeshaya given after Armageddon. Babylon's falling on your reverend. My perception, Psalms 11. Keep the peace, please. Prophets prophesying on the streets of the narcoleptics. We are elected, but we must endure. Keep a dagger on me, plus the sword. You don't want to spar with the true Jew on his P's and Q's. Trust me, boy. Shalom to my Hebrews that believe in Christ. That's a silhouette. Cause you can be rich and make the bar go swish. Either way, it's still a net.
Used to want to be popular, vain glorification. Had me unknowingly following Satan, but I switched that. Had to break it off like a Kit Kat. Now I'm working out with a six-pack. Bitch, pressing for the kingdom, I'm working out. No money can top the treasures that we talking about. Chasing that mansion, ain't talking the Hamptons. We looking towards heaven to our father house. I don't want to be famous, Painters walking garments stainless, we training. For the day that I save your rise, Jacob, no Alonzo, Denzel cannot bait us. Keeping it righteous, no Tyson, we fighting off demons out of Tyson's to chase out the highlight. But we sober, no pink or purple down in my spray. I wanna be famous, written in the book of life.
TNT connector, how you heat a liquor. Gave us back our history, now we know we the truth. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it. True. Probably be knee deep in sin, reprobate all life. I had to rearrange it, focus done change. Gotta stay blameless, like a dumb mission. I can't have no stains. Purging out wickedness, this is my aim. Demons, I had to straight tame them. Clean up my vessel by fasting and praying. Gotta maintain it, fruits of the spirit and charity mainly. Praising his name. Lost 3 kids in 2 years. My faith been tested like a quiz. I gotta endure it to the end. And renewing your mind is how you win. Cause you're a slave. One way or the other. You gotta choose. One or the other. If it's family, then you gon' suffer. I pray that you choose. I hire my brother, just like a clock. I gotta keep ticking. Doing this work, it's my only mission. Gave up the fame that Satan was given. Rather have heaven than worldly riches. Now my garment is white. Hold on, I'm silent and stainless. Ain't trying to be famous. Rather be righteous and blameless.
I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. With no spot on my garment. I just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment. I'm just trying to stay stainless. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless. No spot on my garment.
Remix, baby, remix.
I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I just trying to walk blameless.
Remix. Appreciate y'all brothers. Y'all go check that out on Lion and King. It's the Lion. It's Lion and Sign King. And then just type in I ain't trying to be famous. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Listen. Man, boy, was that fun. That was fun. That was very fun for me, man. Once again, I appreciate all of the Kings for getting on there. I got some more projects in the near future to, bring collabs together like that. See, the thing is, it's hard for a lot of people to be honest with one another. You're doing music with people just because that's your friends, but nah, I don't do that around here. You gotta have the skills. Outside of skills, though, I still gotta make sure that you are in good standing and that you're a proper saint of the Most High. I see somebody out there ask, does the Most High accept rap music? Let me tell you, there's different forms of music in entertainment. There's poetry. Rap will probably be considered like poetry in the past. See, today we just have beats on it, right? So, yes, it's definitely, as long as it's, you understand, like the scripture says, if any man speak, let it be with the oracles of the Most High, and let us exalt the Most High and not exalt ourselves. We are nothing without the Most High. I mean, Elder just put something out of how sometimes we just get so caught up in the vain glory part of doing something, when honestly, if you your talent that you're doing, a lot of you would not even be known if it was not for this truth. That's just the reality. Some of you would not really known in the world, and you come in the truth and you become famous. That's just, you got to be honest about it. If some of you took all your church Instagram people off, some people in the world probably would not know you. That doesn't mean that it's bad, because really you want to be known by the spiritual people, the body of Christ, but you cannot forget that, like the scripture says, if any man think more highly of himself than he ought to, you pretty much don't understand this. You don't understand Christ, because it's not about us. It's about the body. It's about the Most High. So we can't think more highly of ourselves than we ought to. We have talent, but so do thousands upon thousands of Israelites. So let us enjoy ourselves, and you understand, Anyway, man, we got to get to the lesson. Praise the Most High for that. Today, like I said, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be showing some updates. You understand, on the ranch. Got hit with a winter storm here, as you know. But I'm smiling. I'm actually going to buy more things. You have to be patient and let some of your, when you go through a winter storm or whatever, and hopefully we don't have another one, you have to wrap your trees up. So I'm going to show some of that. And some of your things are going to turn brown. That's what happens in the winter. The garden is not pretty year round, especially if you have if you have things like winter storms or something like that coming around, right? So anyway, we're gonna be showing some updates with that. I just bought me like a lot of strawberry plants. Where can you purchase the song? You can't purchase it anywhere just yet, but I'll let you guys know soon. Let's go into a few articles about what we're talking about today, because what I've noticed is that Elder Rawchaa was telling us that 2023 is when the experiment is over. Already in the beginning of the year, including the whole last year, right? In the beginning of the so-called big cold, right? There was so much falling away. I'm going to say it like that. There was so much falling away in death. And it's already starting up again, but this time it's almost like as if they want it to be seen. It's a lot of young people. It's a lot of young people. People are passing away and falling and collapsing and whatever, allegedly at the ages of 40 when it's a man's prime, 16 and 30, and outside of just that, sinners are passing away too. And I'm not smiling. I mean, that's a sarcastic smile. It's just nature of speech, but I'm not happy to see anyone go. But I'm just pretty much showing you guys. Yes. I'm gonna put the music out there for you guys to buy. We have something on Elder Rawchaa's site, Royalty Music. We have Jungle on there, and we have a lot of our stuff already on iTunes and every platform that you can find. A lot of our music is already on there, but this particular song is not on there, right? So I can put a link for that next time. Okay. So yes, it's a lot of people passing away, unfortunately. A lot of sinners who claim that, hey, you know, they always have God in their mouth. They always have God in their mouth. But we're finding out that that's not enough. Having him in your mouth and just saying, hey, he got my back. You have to not be lukewarm, because we're seeing people dying from so-called, allegedly, they're saying, what's going on? The suicide rate is climbing, this and that. We don't know if it's from this. We don't know if it's from that. We don't know if it's from sin. But right now, all I'm trying to tell you, it's not my job to worry about how the unrighteous is going to be plagued, punished. It's my job to worry about how to continue to save you guys from falling in this category. Save us from falling into this category. You see, we prophesy to those who have ears, let them hear, meaning to those who want to listen, they will listen. If not, I'm not stressing about it. Christ said himself, I don't pray for the world. I'm going to pray for those who are trying to find this truth, the people in the truth, trying to fight the battle. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, Elder Dale, because I didn't want to fall off from the message or the topic. I really appreciate that. Outside of Royalty Music by Shepherd, that's where you can find Elder Rawchaa's music. You can find, I think, one or two of our songs there, and the rest is going to be on iTunes. You understand, or whatever, and we're going to be adding some more songs, if it be the Most High's will, to Elder Rawchaa's site as well. But anyway, yeah, so it's a lot of people passing. Let's go into a few articles. Now, I can't go into all of them, but we're going to go into a few articles and a few scriptures to show you how they tried to bring that rapture doctrine years ago. Edom might try to bring that rapture doctrine, right? But it seems as if the so-called Antichrist, the government, it's been here already. The acts have already been here. Paul said the mystery of iniquity, it's already at work. It's already here. So it's been around. But you have our poor Christian brothers and sisters waiting on such a thing. But guess what? It's either these people are being raptured away or they're being taken for some odd reason. I don't know. You guys tell me. I mean, I don't know. Because it seems as if see, this is the thing. It's not about us being right. I can care less about being right. Right? I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm trying to gain someone and save a soul. So because let's be honest, quite frank, some of these people are friends and families of ours. But that's why Christ had to say, he who loves mother and father more than me, it's not fit for the kingdom. Right? Not fit. That does not mean you shouldn't love them or try to transition them or help them sometimes or pray for them. But it comes a time where, like Abraham, he was rolling with his brother. He was always journeying with his brother. You understand when you read in the book of Joshua, but his brother Haran didn't make it through the fire. He didn't make it when Nimrod tried to burn Abraham in the oven, right, in the furnace. He was walking around in there, right, I think 3 days and 3 nights, and his brother Haran didn't make it through with him. Okay. Lukewarmness will will cause you to burn in hellfire eternally. So Abraham made it through. It was showing us that, listen, just because you hanging with me, because you're my brother, my family, my whatever you may be, friend, you may be a good person, but the Most High is like, listen, you are a good person in a sense, but I made you to follow me exactly the way that I said. It's like you having a child, and your child is like, hey, how you doing, Mama, every day? And you telling them, did you do this and did you do that? No, but I love you so much. Just come here. Listen, I love you too, but I need you to go do what I'm telling you to do. So that's what I'm saying there. Right? So we just have to put that out there. But let's go through a few articles really quick before we go into the scriptures to show you what has been going on in the news. Allegedly. We're just using these things for fair use and educational purposes. Okay? That's it. The first one I'm going to go into, because I know Elder Rawchaa has been sending me some of these things. And I'm like, man, keep sending them, Elder Rawchaa. My goodness. Make sure you check out Elder Rawchaa's G.O.C.C. media on Fridays. Make sure you don't forget to check out Elder Rawchaa show on Wednesdays. We have Brother Kazak, Bishop Kazak on, I think it's, Thursdays. We have the Hebrew and Bible Academy that we all should make sure that we're in and staying tuned as the Most High continues to reveal more knowledge to that. Because the one thing is, I've been in this church from the beginning, almost 14 years, and we can't just put things out there to everybody. It just doesn't work like that. You got to give these certain things to the wise. And the great thing about it, I'm not even talking about the price, but when a man, because the gospel is free, but when a man has to go outside to pay for his college or his studies, he's going to take time to make sure he takes that serious. No one's just going to pay something and be like, oh, you know what I mean? That's not a wise mind. It's like, I'm paying this because I really take this serious. This is a school. This is our own school to educate our saints, to make sure that we all have the knowledge. They take one out, the next person knows. They take this person out, the next person knows. It's hard to beat something like that. You understand? But for years, us putting it out there in front of everybody, these same people who you give the information to trying to go against you. Like, what? No honor, no appreciation at all. But bless them. Bless you guys. I know some of you are watching tonight. We thank you. How about, since you're watching, also press that like button. Or if there's an unlike button, press that too. We just need some type of algorithm movement, whichever one. But obviously you like it because you're watching. Praise the Most High for you. So anyway, I'm just being sarcastic. But anyway, it's all love, man. It's all fun. But sometimes you just have some scoffers out there. But anyway, let them say what they want to say, because they're promoting the gospel indirectly. Okay? Actually, believe it or not, they are actually fulfilling prophecy by going against the elders. Christ said they did it to me, they're going to do it to you. Praise the Most High. But we do pray that you come on the right side. So the first thing is, right, we seen, wow. Let me see if I can move this thing over to make sure that I can scroll down. It says here, one moment, guys. Check it out. This is the first one we're going into, man. It's so some of these articles, a little bit of them have happened a little before 2023. Pretty much same thing, even though our New Year's in March, but whatever. According to their new year, basically in 2023. The experiment is over. It's already been starting right in December, right in November, all the way starting in January. Check it out. Woman suddenly drops dead, right, while working out at a gym in a shocking video. Now, am I saying this happened from this? What I'm telling you is, why are so many people collapsing? Why are so many people being taken right now? You see, I mean, what's going on in the air? I mean, what's different in one person than the next? I can only say what we've seen in the past year. Fair use. Let's see if we can get this video without any madness of ads or anything here. Oh, I need to rewind it. I'm sorry. Let me rewind that thing. Educational purposes only. Boy. Look at that. Look at that. Lord have mercy. So check it out. It says here, a 28-year-old woman unexpectedly dropped dead while working out at a gym in Ecuador. So it's not only happening in so-called Babylon, right? This is New York Post, nypost.com, right? Listen, I told you guys, there's a lot of young people. What's going on today where the young is just out of there? You see, because there's many people out there who didn't do this and they seem to be fine. So I'm putting this out there for other people who may not know as well, because other people walking around fine, doing the same exercise, running. These are healthy people. She was at the gym. She's just 28 years old. Now, some of you can say, hey, well, she probably just fainted because, her anemia, and this, guys, guess what? You're right. This can happen. You understand? Or she just was overexhausted. She was dehydrated. All this can be true. But why did it hit the news? You see, I'm a person who's always in the gym every day. And have I seen somebody pass out in the gym? Yeah, even before this so-called thing happened. So I know what you guys are talking about, but let me tell you something. That wasn't in the news. It wasn't in the news. Why do they want this to be seen and shown? This is communication among the elite. You understand what I'm saying? It's basically, even the Most High is allowing us to see. Right? Straight up. He's allowing us to see the times are at hand. That his scriptures are true. So it won't be any excuse for any of us or our people. Time and chance happen to all men. She's sitting there healthy, 28 years old. We got people in our church right now, young and vibrant, 27, 26, 25-year-olds. What's going on with this? Why is it in the news? Because that lady that fell out in, you understand, this other gym that you understand that I've seen, guess what? It wasn't in the news. This was about 2 years ago. Right? So it's like they keep saying this person collapsed. This person, you understand, suicide. This person allegedly did this. I'm like, whoa. So let's go to another one. We'll click out of that one. What's the next one we got here? I just been getting them in. I'm like, day after day, I'm like, whoa, what is going on? What is going on? I'm going to take myself off the screen real quick. Let's see what we have here. 16. This is Yahoo News. Educational purposes only, fair use. A 16-year-old Las Vegas high school student, right, collapsed and died while playing flag football, report says. Guys, what is going on here? Yeah, it's rhetorical. It's rhetorical, of course, for those who have ears to hear. But listen, guys, this is our young sister. Let's read it. A Las Vegas high school student died after playing at her school's flag football game. Ashari, hopefully I ain't messed the name up, Hughes, 16, collapsed Thursday night after feeling chest pains. She was giving CPR by a nurse at the scene and sent to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Listen, I don't even really want to go into more of it. I'm gonna be honest with you, because this is very sad. This is very sad. This is not something where just because we know what we know, we're sitting here like, we told you so, we told you so. No, it's not. It's very sad. But you guys better prepare yourselves for the times that we are in, because some people are going to want to do what they want to do. They're going to want to sin. They're going to want to live a certain lifestyle. And I'm not saying this young lady right here was doing any of that. It could be very well that her overseer said, hey, this is what we feel is better for our family. But all I'm saying is we have to start as a people to educate ourselves in the moves that we're making and the times that we're in. Trusting the people just because they put a white jacket on. Straight up. Wolves in sheep clothing. Wolves in sheep clothing, preying on the sheep, preying on the weak. Meaning my people suffer from a lack of knowledge. Educate yourself first about something before you just jump into something. All of my black families out there, educate yourself first. And don't just go in there listening to what they say. Sit back and wait a while first. Because, if you're a Bible believer, the scriptures say, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof or of it. Sometimes we have to sit back and wait. Because we don't know why this person passed out. We feel bad for them and their family. And our prayers are up for this situation, right? For anyone. But guys, all I'm trying to tell you is I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Why is all of this news all of a sudden all over the world? This person collapsed. This person collapsed. All overseas, this person collapsed. All last year and this year. What's the variable? This is what our people don't want to acknowledge. They don't want to acknowledge. And even after certain information is brought out, we're still going out there to do certain things. It's like a programming or something. And then from there, when somebody does help you with this information, you're programmed now to go against them. Before this so-called mark of the beast system is transitioned into society. They're already ready to go against the righteous. Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? We're going to go into some scriptures about this. About how some of Lot's family decided to stay behind. How they were looking at him like he was crazy. Listen, this is all through the scriptures. How they just looked at Christ like, oh, that's just Christ. That's just the carpenter. That's just this, That's why he had to say, hold up, my family is those that do the will of the Most High. Because in all reality and all actuality, these are going to be the people who I'm with. These are going to be the people who I'm with. Right? Man, I'm not going to lie to you. That's really sad that you losing children like this, man. Like, seriously, this is a young and vibrant virgin young lady. Daughter of Zion. You see, that's why we got to, like Ezra says, we have to get our households in order. We have to get our households in order. We have to educate ourselves as a family before we just take when have they ever been for our best interest? We're not here to say all white people are bad or all Asians or East Indians are bad. That's not what we're here to say. But let's be honest though, when have they ever been for our best interest. When? I can't just walk in there and say, can I go into business with you in your gas station? It's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out. They're going to look at you crazy. They're ready to offer you a shot. They're ready to you understand, to get you to come into their facilities to make that money off of you, buying their liquor that they don't drink, buying all of these things that poison our community, whether it's in the hospital, whether it's in the liquor store or the corner store. Now there's preservatives in the food. Some of these preservatives in the food, genetically modified, geo-engineered, bioengineered, are going to they're being incorporated in the stores for these new creations of people that's dealing with this. So be careful what you eat. Be careful what you eat, because certain things can restructure your body a certain way, opposite of how the Most High has made it. I know some of you like, well, I guess I'm just going to be eating this because I can't pay this for that. Let me tell you, put your hand to the plow, start growing your own food, start doing certain things. Work harder to try to provide more finances, or drop this bill over here. Maybe you got too much bills over here, because your diet is going to sustain you more than the material things. That's what's going to sustain you. He told, who was that? It was that Elijah, go in the strength of the meat. Go in the strength of the meat. And I want to put this out there too. This is not about meat, but I have to put this out there since we're talking about education. I am finding out, and this is not for no one personal, but I'm finding out over and over and over that I'm finding out that a lot of young men and women, I have to put this out there to blow the trumpet for people, who's turning vegetarian and vegan. It's nothing wrong according to scriptures, and it's not unlawful to do so for each person. But really, I'm going to be honest with you guys. What I've noticed, it's not opinion. What I've noticed after about the first 2 to 3 years of doing that, people are getting sick. People are lacking nutrition and minerals, going to the hospital. People are falling out because they're becoming anemic. They are lacking vitamin K2. They are lacking certain things that the meat has. Unfortunately, I'm just keeping it real with you. Well, you like, well, we got this protein in this. Elder, I can't agree with you on that. I'm just telling you the facts of what they're going to the doctors, and the doctor, it's the same symptoms from each person. You say, are you vegan or vegetarian? Guys, you can't just eat lettuce and survive. Let me tell you guys something that you forgot about the curses of Adam and Eve. Let me tell you something. I'm not pushing anything on you. Eat what you want. But you're talking about young people who the doctors are saying is malnutrition. For years, I'm hearing this. I'm like, people are trying things because they want to do well. But I'm telling you, for you to do that, you need to educate yourself, or you may pass away. You may get sick. Straight up, that there's certain iron in meat that sisters need and brothers need. It's certain proteins, because the food in the ground is lacking minerals, guys. Y'all don't understand it. You think just because food is coming out the ground and it's because it's not meat, it's healthy. Those beans sometimes lack minerals in life because the soil is tilled, over-tilled. I'm telling you facts. I know what I'm talking about. You can plant something in a regular dirt, and you can plant something in compost. Compost is living. Dirt has somewhat nutrients in it, hopefully. This is just the facts. This is not debatable. You have to bring life back to certain soils, guys. And the mass forming, they're not going to do it. They're not going to come out of their way to tell you that they're putting compost in the soil. They're going to put nitrogen in the soil, because nitrogen, potassium They're putting artificial synthetic fertilizers in there. And it's going to make the plant grow, but you're eating synthetic things. You're not eating things of what the scripture says where you have dung hills. Do you know what a dung hill is? It's a compost pile. They took the dung from the animals and piled it up with grass, with hay, and they made a compost pile filled with microorganisms and life. So when you put that on the soil, that was your fertilizer. When you keep putting inorganic fertilizers on your food and keep eating the stuff in mass form that all of us is eating, and you're not taking supplements, guys, you can be that all you want to, but you are not getting enough nutrition. I promise you that. Your protein is down, which is causing your blood sugar to rise. I'm trying to tell you facts, what I know. Your protein is down. You think because you eating some beans, the beans have partial proteins and amino acids. They need another protein to make them a complete protein. So a lot of you like, well, I'm eating beans. That's not a full protein. Well, my body can make up the rest of the proteins. You don't know how those beans was grown, what minerals they have in those beans. So we are fighting a war is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, people, I know personally the same thing happened. After 3 years, 2 years, 5 years, they are suffering the same symptoms because they don't know what the heck they are doing. Trying to be deep, trying to do better, some of them. None of them mean any harm. And then telling you later, well, I can't grow my butt and all. Yeah, because you trying to be anorexic. You see what I'm saying? It's okay to try to do that, but you need to have the knowledge of it. Or you're going to suffer, like the scripture says, for not having the knowledge. We keep doing things of zealousness without knowledge. Take your time before you do that. Even when you fast, transition yourself. It's people who done went to the hospital of trying to be overzealous with the Most High fasting. People coming to the truth like, I'm going to be a Nazarite. You don't know what the heck you're doing. You think these prophets just did this tomorrow? It's a transition that you guys have to learn. They had to go through things and learn and understand. Guys, that's why elders was not called elders in the past. Yes, a different thing now where the youth is coming up, but they was called that at 60 and 70 because men had to go through life, learning and experience. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to save y'all lives. Do what you want to do. But grass-fed beef has protein that you need, vitamin K2, and certain minerals that are not in that food that you're eating. Or you're going to keep coming back with heart problems. And I'm telling you facts. You're going to keep coming back being anemic. You're going to keep coming back with high blood sugar. Blood sugar problems. You understand? You're going to keep coming back with lack of protein. Because they got some philosophers out there. All plants have protein and all. Well, why are these people getting sick? So I'm just telling y'all, we living in different times. You don't know what's coming out of it if you didn't grow that food. We saving food, we doing all of this stuff, but I'm telling you, you got to meet it in every area now. You have to. I taste when I was doing the right? Because I only eat grass-fed beef. I eat turkey, eat chicken, I eat grass-fed beef, grass-fed lamb. I don't just go to the other part of the steak part. I just don't. I'd rather sacrifice a little bit more money to make sure that I'm getting the right things, because the beef that's not fed grass and they're fed corn and GMO corn, which most likely they're eating GMO corn, they cannot even produce vitamin K2 that you need. So that you don't have I'm not turning this to a health lesson. I had to put this out there though, guys. I had to put it out there because my young people are trying. But guys, you just watching a YouTube video. Everything on YouTube is not facts. You got to know what you're doing. The reason I'm saying the heck you doing, I'm trying to put emphasis on it before you hurt yourself. Let me tell y'all something about the times of Adam and the curses. We started eating meat in that time. Adam, of course, they had the skins, right? So the relationship that we have with the earth is to remember so we don't sin and fall again. Christ came, and we should have learned that now. Work smarter, not harder. The animals used to do what? Eat what? The lions will eat what? What did it say the lions is going to eat? Hay and grass in the kingdom, right? What are they eating now? Acidic meat. Is the lions walking around eating grass? I'm trying to bring it back for y'all. Is the lions walking around eating grass? They were eating grass before the sin. I'm trying to tell you the relationship, you understand, that we had after Adam, you understand, and Eve failed. It became kind of a part of needing to get certain things from that now to live, to survive. He told Elijah, go in the strength of the meat. Don't go in the strength of no flowers or no herbs or no weeds. Go in the strength of the meat. Because you can eat some lettuce or some kale and you ain't gonna make it to Mount Sinai, brother. Straight up. If it was that powerful, he would have told them, take these garbanzo beans and you gonna make it there. So we got these know-it-alls trying to come in and, oh, no, I don't eat that. We shouldn't be eating, animal cruelty. Listen, there's certain farm animals that was made to be eaten. There's livestock, farm animals. We're not going around eating lions. There's certain farm animals that was meant for this. Certain farm animals for the garden, certain farm animals to consume. Fish. So what I'm saying is, y'all have to understand the lions and certain animals, they are eating this flesh, but they would in the kingdom eat grass or hay. And then before the sin, they would eat grass or hay. But grass or hay is not going to make them survive now, or they're going to be malnutrition. If that was the case, when a lion cannot hunt, he would be eating grass all day to survive. You are trying to do that same thing. And it's okay. But really what you're doing is your body is telling you by default, after this 2-3 years, my detox is up. I need to go back to get me some nutrition. And if you want to keep doing it every now and then, I'm just giving you wisdom. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. There's people who know how to do it and probably don't have to go back to meat, but most of you don't know that. You have to be honest with yourself because you know what I'm talking about when you go to that doctor. You're trying to do that, but you don't know what you're doing. So that's all I'm saying. Study to show yourself approved before you start to do things, guys. The supplements you take is cool too, but I'm telling you, there's a certain relationship that we have of why we had to eat that and even eating the Passover lamb. It's about Christ, but understand what I'm saying, how the animals can't just start eating grass. Like you understand, the carnivores just can't start eating grass to survive. Well, the bear eats roots, Elder. The bear is not only eating roots, Elder. The bear is also eating salmon and buffalo and all of these things. My people suffer from a lack of knowledge. So if you don't learn to listen and be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove and understand how to put your hand to the plow and start to understand how the Most High created the earth, you might not make it. Sometimes the good and healthy can't make it. So you definitely... We got to preserve ourselves is all I'm saying, all right? All these little things that y'all trying to find. Listen, I know all the supplements already. All these little herb. I got apple pectin here too. I got it all. All these little things you're trying to find will not supplement certain meat that you need. Just keeping it real. Women need more iron than men. Why you so tired all day? Because you're lacking these things, guys. All right? So let's go ahead and go. I'm saying this because I don't everything in moderation. There you go. I don't want anybody to fall out in these times. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Just trying to tell you. Because if it was so perfect, you wouldn't be going through that, guys. I'm just trying to help the youth. The youth has a lot of zeal, but they move so fast without wisdom. So let's go to the next article here. And like I said, this is not nothing personal picking. I mean, you guys can eat that and we'll pray for you, but that's all we can do if you're not going to listen, because even the Most High told Elijah, go in the strength of the meat. I don't know. He didn't say go in the strength of the cilantro, and I love cilantro. That's one of my favorite vegetables or herbs, excuse me. But he didn't tell him go on the strength of that it's not going to do anything for him. It's going to wear off as soon as he take 10 steps. So the next article we have here. All right. We have a brother here by the name of GO.C.C for educational purposes only. Right, fair use. We are going from what? www.com. I don't know what this is. What type of? I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay.com. GO.C.C, Old Dominion sophomore guard collapses on the basketball court amid NCAA game versus George Southern. January 9th, 2023. Boy. Norfolk, Virginia, a frightening scene occurred during a college basketball game between Old Dominion and George Southern on Saturday, January 2nd, when a player collapsed on the court game. Let me see. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Collapsed on the court mid-game. GO.C.C, Old Dominion sophomore guard, was playing defense with little over 13 minutes left in the first half when he suddenly passed out on the court. Guys, that's our brother. It's another brother. We think we know it all. And that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with this vegan vegetarian thing. Eat it and keep it to yourself, but at least study for you and your family so you know how to do it the right way. But it's the same attitude of the people who's telling you this is okay. Oh man, we should, they don't know what they talking about. This is that. Why are you suffering? Why are you suffering then? This person sitting over here eating burgers after burgers after burger, more healthier than you. When they go through there, ain't nobody tell them they malnutrition. You go there and ain't ate a piece of red meat or chicken in years, and they telling you unhealthy. What's going on here? We got to start paying attention to the obvious. So this brother sitting here passed out because once again the parents, and some of them just know it all, looking down on people who say, hey, why don't you just do a little research first before you put this in there? Hey. And then don't forget they were talking down. They were talking down on the people who didn't want to make that decision and all that. Being real bold. Right? But now it's like, hey, people are being taken. It's just unfortunate, man, but people are being taken. It's one thing you make a decision for you and your family, and you're like, man, we're going to pray up on this. But then you come out and try to say, oh, you guys are the this and that, the V this and V that. You guys are spreading this. Yeah. Really? It seems like these people are pretty healthy. Right? BLK Beauty. Yeah, you don't listen, sis. I'm not saying you ever have to do that. What I'm telling you is if you are successful with it, all praises to the Most High. If the shoe fits, wear it. That's all I'm saying. The people who actually, you understand, the people who are actually successful with it, who's doing it the right way and it's working for them, they probably done the right research. But I have to put this out there for my young brothers and sisters because they don't even know what's going on with themselves. You know how many people came to me with this throughout the years? It's the same thing. That's all I'm saying. We have to educate our community on these things. Sometimes you guys are just me. And listen, you don't even know the scriptures and have no clue that the Most High himself, Christ himself, aided in a spiritual body. So you will never bring a scripture or you will never bring any wisdom on anything you're talking about. Meat has mucus, it has this. Well, why did God himself, who's perfect above all men who created us, tell us to do it? So don't ever try to bring a doctrine with it is all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Enjoy what the Most High made, but just understand how to do it. Even those of us who eat meat, we don't want to overdo that, or we're going to have health problems. You see what I'm saying? So you got to know which meat to eat, how to prepare it, how to wash it, how to clean it. You understand? All that's important. Which type to eat. Right? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not against anybody. You're not gonna make me miss any sleep eating the bean burger. I'm gonna eat the bean burger with you, and I'm gonna eat the beef one. The grass beef one. So, but some of you guys, you're eating, this is the thing what I'm telling you. A lot of you eating preservatives, trying to make things taste like meat. Just eat meat. What's the point of trying to make cauliflower chicken when you could just eat chicken? I'm like, what is going on with our people where, and don't get me wrong, I made it before it tastes good, but it would never compare to that. Sorry to tell you. None of that stuff will ever compare to that. It tastes good. It's a great alternative when a person wants to take a break. Right? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's go to our next article. Man, this is just crazy what's going on, right? This is just crazy what's going on. Yeah, you guys are eating a lot of preservatives out there, and a lot of those preservatives, you eating flavor enhancers. It's like, that's unhealthy. I'm sorry to tell you. That's synthetic. You can't be called a vegan if you go. It's like a natural bodybuilder is calling himself a natural bodybuilder, but he's still taking certain things that's synthetic. No, you're not natural. You understand? You still going to the doctor to take the testosterone shot. It may not be the pro shot, but you still claiming natural. I'm like, well, the doctor gave it to me. My goodness. Anyway, 5% vegans, $5 vegans. That's what you said, Lord. I'm not here to make fun of anybody, but I'm just saying it just doesn't. Let's do all things. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. That's all I'm saying. All right, because only reason I'm saying is because their whole mission is to make something taste like meat. Man, you got that recipe? Man, I made that thing taste just like this. And you'll be like, yeah, this tastes good. I'm not gonna deny it. It actually does taste good, but it's okay. You know. It's okay. Victoria Lee, rising MMA star, dies at age 18. My goodness, what is going on here? January 8, 2023. Victoria Lee, rising MMA star. This is from CBSNews.com, just so you can know, for educational purposes and fair use. Victoria Lee, a rising MMA star, has died at age 18. Her family and combat sports promotion one championship confirmed on social media. Lee's sister Angela Lee, who is also an MMA fighter, confirmed in a heartbreaking Instagram post that the 18-year-old died on December 26th. A cause of death was not given. Once again, right? She got on a little short dress, so we ain't gonna show all of that, but yeah. This pretty little young girl then passed away, man. What is going on? Huh? Yeah, we're going to that next. What is going on? What is going on? I'm cracking at some of y'all in the comments. I mean, man, I'm trying to. Our people, we're going 40 years in the wilderness. That's what I'm saying. It's like the same thing. Trying to act like we're better than somebody else in some type of way. We're going to get in the kingdom first. It's like, goodness gracious. Just follow the path. It's okay. He didn't give you a prize. I tell you what, you're not going to get a more special seat because you didn't eat meat. You're not. You're not more spiritual either. You're not. It may make you think more cleanly when you keep a clean diet in general, but you're not getting a seat in the kingdom where you're going to be called greatest in the kingdom. You're not. If any of you think that that's how this works, you are sadly mistaken. We are one body, so we must be one mind. We cannot be, going against each other for what each person eats, as the scriptures tell us. But we are supposed to put wisdom out there. Don't eat too much meat. The scriptures tell us that. If you eat too much, you might have to throw it up. See, it's balance. It's just weights and just measures is how the Most High does, right? We want to be so righteous and we just got the truth. We don't have the kingdom. We're still in captivity trying to follow every single law. And that's why the scriptures keep telling y'all, ever learning but never coming to the knowledge of the truth. And that's most of us. The same people who like, yes, elder. Yeah, let me tell you, it's y'all too. So just self-examine and see what's best for you and your family. But at least you know what you're doing and not just trying stuff out. And you're going to be falling in the category of these people we're reading about today because you ain't using no wisdom. We don't want that. We want to see you make it. We want to see us all make it. We are one body. When we lose one person, we all feel that. We have not arrived. There you go, Danita. We have not arrived. So let's go to the next situation, man. Good Lord of mine. Good Lord of mine. Help our people, for they know not what they do. Literally. And I'm not saying I know it all, but what I know, I'm going to say it. What I don't know, I don't say it. But what I'm telling you guys, I know. And I've seen it myself. Plenty of times. Let's go here. Liam, is this brother's name? Unfortunately, St. Catherine's social justice advocate died suddenly on December 31st. What is going on here? What is going on? Thanks some of y'all for being honest about yourself. Yes. I stand accused. Lord have mercy. St. Catherine's social justice advocate died suddenly on December 31st. Make sure you hit the like button, please. Yep. Leon Coward died suddenly on December 31st at the age of 27 years old. What is going on? What is going on? One second here. Let me see something here before I go to the next article. Let me see if this comes up. One moment. One moment. Let me see if I can find, because I meant to bring this out. I probably can't find it now. Okay, so we just go to the next person. But now this one was a little interesting. Not that my brother passed away, but you understand news about Jaguar Uche in Waneri. I don't want to mess his name up. Okay. Former Jaguars guard Uche Nwaneri dies at 38. Nwaneri played for the Jags for 7 years. Preliminary reports indicate he suffered heart attack. Boy, I'm going to just keep saying it. What is going on? Can someone tell us? They thought we were just pulling this out of a hat, trying to tell people, be safe, do your research, do this, do that. Right? Because, hey, the CD have came out in the other organizations to actually prove what we're saying as well. But people still doing this. People still doing it. Now, mind you, this brother right here, was bold. This brother here was very bold. You want me to tell you why? Let me see, can I find this brother's Twitter? And see what he said for himself. Not what I said. Let's see, can I find his Twitter to see what he said? Let me see if it's on here. Let me go. Because he said certain things that he now had to eat himself. And when I say eat, he had to eat his words. I think I found it. I think I found one of the things he said. This is our own people, Judases. And I'm not praising anything at all. No, I would never do that. I'm a man just like these people. I wouldn't want anybody to cheer for if I died. I'm not cheering. I'm showing what's going on. I'm asking what's going on here. A healthy man who's playing football. You have to be pretty healthy. You have to take physicals to play these sports. We keep having a lot of sports players passing away. Excuse me. We keep having a lot of sports players passing away. Whoa. Some brother Palau, Officer Palau in Louisiana, just sent me another thing. Air Force football player Hunter Brown dead at 21. What? I mean, are you kidding me? Did y'all just hear that? Another person. Let me see if I can find that article. Because I tried to click on it, they say it wasn't there. Thank you, Brother Palau. Lord have mercy. What is going on? But let me type that in while we're here. Let me type that in. Good Lord of mine. We're not going to even be able to make it through all the scriptures tonight. Boy. Air Force football player Hunter Brown dead at 21. Let me see if that comes up. I did a typo, but it still came up. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You see how young, 16, 18, 30s, 40s. You had this rapper Gangsta Boo died. Right? But you know, I mean, she's in the industry, so I'm not saying that happened to her. You had one of the popes pass away. You had some musicians. You had this person what his name? Twitch. Listen, it's like a little fad now of death. Death is just another. Hey, somebody else died. He's gone. That's why we call this taken suddenly. Let's go back to this person. Thank you so much, my brother Palau. One moment, I'm sorry. I was on mute. Here we go. Let's get this right. Let's get back to this brother's post. This is all why I'm telling people we are so cocky as a people. We listen, we own less than 2% of the world and are so cocky for what? That's why the scriptures was telling us, what are we happy about? Why are we smiling and so happy? I'm not telling us we should be in sackcloth. We should be praising the Most High greatly. But I'm just talking about our people in general. We are proud for good old nothing. Proud with no knowledge because we got a job from master in captivity. And we got a nice little car in the house. This is not our kingdom, people. This is not our kingdom. And then when you get that, you're looking down on your other brothers and sisters condescending as if you know it all. The wisdom of this world is foolishness unto the Most High. Understand how he made the earth, how he cursed the earth, and how we should adapt and be humble and appreciate coming back into what he has given us through his son. Then we got Negroes like this who gonna come out and try to tell us what we should do. And then he had to bite those words, unfortunately. And it's sad that we had to lose our brother. It's sad. It is. But we are bold to say something else about somebody before we actually have knowledge about something. This brother's acting as if he had knowledge about this thing before he put it in his arm. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get these. I'm not going to say that word. Okay, so let's get these V blank and V passports up and running ASAP. You guys should be able to see it. Right? That's what he said. Okay, so let's get these V mandates and V passports up and running ASAP. We see children die daily. And he put die, you understand, in all caps. From the Envy, selfishness. Pregnant women at risk too. Protect life. Mandate the vaccine. Jail anyone who refuses to protect life. Check this out. Check that out. You don't think that, because he's a big old bully too. He's a big old football player. He's not afraid to speak. He's a millionaire. You understand? He's not afraid to speak these things against the average person. The average person he can smack and knock out. But see, it's not about the physical anymore. It's about the spiritual and the understanding of following the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments and his son. And believing on what he told us. He wasn't going around giving out, you understand, these things from the pharmacies and things like that. He was calling what was in people what it was. Demons. And you got these simple as a day is old people acting like they know it all. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't get into thinking you special because you don't eat meat. That's simple as a day is old. And it's like, it's always, well, I would never eat meat again. So what? Good. No one's telling you need to or you have to. But why are you boasting about it? You ain't doing nothing more special than the person eating meat. The scriptures told you, neither the person eating meat is better than the person who's not, and vice versa. Get out of this type of thought process of you doing something better, because you're going to end up like this dude here. You think we want to lose our people to this stuff? But he was boasting against his own people and telling people to jail whoever refuses. So if it was you or me and we didn't take it, that's what this brother's saying. Jail them. Because he's sitting under master, as it tells us in Genesis 49. About Judah being right under our enemies. Now I pray the Most High has mercy on this brother and all the rest of these people who pass. Because I don't seek death or vengeance on anyone. But I find it quite funny and hypocritical, right? And a coincidence, how our brother says this, and it just so happens that it's just the exact opposite with all of the people who we've been putting up there tonight. And a new person who and probably tomorrow and the next day in a week, and I don't wish it on nobody, but it looks like it's the pattern. It looks like it's starting off. They say the number 23, when you look it up, means death. That's why they came out that movie with Jim Carrey. We're in 2023. And they are showing you what it means. They don't care what age you are no more. They killing everybody, allegedly. But they don't know who did what. We don't know. We don't know what the cause of death is. It's been 20 people in a week all over the world, and we don't even know why it could be. I wonder why. Look in self. When you guys are playing with people's lives. But are they really playing with people's lives? No. Because people have a choice. No one made them do anything. So when this brother says jail anyone who refuses, I'm sorry to tell you, I cannot feel bad for that. But I will say, have mercy on him, Father, because he knows not what he does. I'm not going to be angry at him. But it does make me kind of angry to see the type of person who would say that for people to come against my freedoms. My own brother. That's why I always tell people, this brother's from Africa too. I'm not against any African people. We got churches in Africa with true brothers out there. But for those who are over there who are talking that crap, talking about, y'all think y'all all lit over there, don't forget what happened to Black Panther, that movie. They forgot about the brother in the hood. If you want to really be real, you see, we had to find our way out here. We didn't have the so-called power of Africa. I'm glad we finally starting to bring things together with our brothers over there. But we didn't have the so-called power that they have over there. We got the Spirit of Christ that's more powerful, because they didn't come and rescue us. They didn't. And I know things are going to get mended, but we're going to be all the way real with it, because they want to hide from when we say that. No, you can't hide. You need to be honest about being a half of Judas. Straight up. I'm glad y'all apologize, but you got to do more than just that. Show what your actions. Stop saying we got power and we don't need them and do that. And let's show some action. It's been over hundreds of years already. It's enough of talking already. You coming over here no different than the Gentiles, getting the same benefits as them, and we still ain't received nothing. And so you got this same type of brother with this same type of mentality to come over here talking about jail anyone who refuses. How is that love to your brother? And the scriptures tell you love your neighbor as you love yourself. If the street people and the Egyptologists, over there on the East Coast only knew when you go over there that you don't get that same love back that you talk about kings and this and that. You can call the Egyptians a king and they won't treat you well. You could go over there and tell your own brother you a king and he gonna ignore you. Or unless you got some money to give him. See? So we can't listen. We done made it out the matrix. It's a bunch of Neos running around here trying to save you and pull you out of the fire. And you're gonna look at us like this because you could throw a football or catch a football or tackle somebody, and you're on their payroll. And because you're on their payroll, you got comfortable and don't realize the Most High give it and take it away, brother. So Most High, please have mercy on this brother. But those of you who's watching this out there, strangers, whoever you are, learn today. Don't try to come against your brother and condescend and look down on your brother because you're sitting up high in Hollywood. Because you're sitting up high with the elites. Because let me tell you, the Most High giveth and taketh away. If you exalt yourself, you shall be abased eventually. The devil has exalted you. And the Most High have allowed you to do certain things in certain parameters. But if you keep going, he's going to show you who's really in charge. You guys think you have power. You don't have power out there. You see, these people are showing you that you don't have power. They pressing the button on you when they want to. And they taking your whole catalog, insurance policies and all of that. And they ain't caring about your little sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy, your granny, any of your family. Okay? And now people so scared now they don't want to say nothing. They listen, that's why every time we come out and say something, they call us certain, you understand, false names. And try to make false narratives. But that's not our character. We bringing out the facts to the people. See? We understand they putting in fake stuff. Fake needles. Y'all not fooling us. The Wizard of Oz. Wizards of America. Wizards of Babylon. The great. Not the great, the weakest. Because the Most High is gonna take you down with no problem. Within an hour. Oh, yeah, we talking mess. We are blowing the trumpet and you understand? Raising the flags of Zion and Christ. You got our own people talking down on us when the Most High himself gave us free will. It's like, goodness gracious. You supposed to be on our side. You don't know what we've been through over here? Boy. And listen, my best friend. So don't ever try to come to me with this thing and tell me why you always talking about Arabic. Listen, I'm talking about facts. It's my own brothers who's in the hood putting a gun in my head too. So it's not just I talk about them, but when it's the time to talk about that, that's when I talk about that. There's a time for everything, like Solomon said under the sun. When it's time for me to talk about our brothers in the hood being cowards, just pulling up in their own neighborhoods, and the enemy is supposed to be in Washington, D.C. somewhere. That's what they say. They ain't never pulled up together there. They pulled up on each other, though. So when it's time for me to talk about them, I talk about them. You see what I'm saying? But one of my best friends was from Nigeria. So don't ever come at me with that. See? But I have to call it how it is. Even for you to be a Gentile in this truth, you have to accept the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Period. Even though the scriptures allow Gentiles in the kingdom, we will never not tell their forefathers what they've done. Just the same way we tell our own the same thing. The truth is just raw. It's a double-edged sword. It just is what it is. You can't involve feelings with the truth. It just doesn't work like that. That's the wrong equation. You know how math is. If you get that one number wrong, that feelings involved with facts, and it can always be presented in an honorable way, which we all should do. Be gentle to all men, respectful. But when it comes to things like this, guys, when it comes to things like this, let me tell you, we have to swallow our anger for things like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so let's get these V mandates and these V passports up and running ASAP. We've seen children die daily, and from the un-V selfishness, pregnant women at risk to protect life, mandate the V, jail anyone who refuses to protect that. When we see things like that, boasting of stupidity, we not coming with no gentleness. We coming with facts. So if you are related to this brother, I'm sorry for your loss. But please be sorry for all the losses that we have suffered. If you're supposedly brothers in Christ and supposed to be our people. Because this right here should show you yourself with all the things that I'm showing tonight, if you're watching this channel tonight, that you're wrong. And that Christ has fared well once again, and he always will. Yeah, you didn't see that part at first, did you? That got you a little angry. Well, this is the thing. Let us not get just angry that way. Let us get angry and educate ourselves so that we don't make the same mistakes. Let us walk as a light. He said more than that, but that's just the only post I have right there. But I'm gonna let that cease. But you know, sometimes they try to walk around here boasting and all of that. Like, nah. We having to run 10 times harder than y'all. You understand? Boy. One second here. We're gonna show this last one, and we're gonna go into a few scriptures here. That type of stuff irks me, man. I'm not gonna lie. It really does. But the Most High is showing that he's in the right. Hunter Brown, Air Force, offensive lineman, dead at 21. Hunter Brown, and this is MSN.com. It's not just any type of news. Hunter Brown, an offensive lineman for Air Force, has died at 21. The school announced that Brown suffered from an unspecified medical emergency on Monday while leaving his dorm for class, and that first responders were unable to save his life. Guys, is this some type of beta test, or is this just letting it loose? It's here, and they just like, this is the year of death. 23 means death, right? That's what they say, huh? And gematria and all of these, you understand? We know the number 7 means perfection. 13 means rebellious against God. We understand these things. I don't get too deep into all of that stuff, but that's what they say. It's obvious, pretty obvious to me. I'm not telling anybody go get out there, start adding up numbers. I don't deal with that stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's a bunch of madness. But if that's what they say, they showing it. See? Hey. So unfortunately, it's a lot of lives being lost. But don't forget what Mr. Bill Gates himself said. That they can bring these to take down the population. How can a computer guy say something like that, get away with it, and it's actually happening, and we just sitting back going to go take what he said after hearing it? Like, wow. I want to go into one more article and then a few scriptures. Man. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little, when the brother said send them to jail and all that, it's crazy, because when it talks about the mark of the beast, how if you don't take certain things, you can't buy certain things, they put you in jail, they kill you. It's like you're speaking through the mouth of the beast, brother. How are you going to face the Most High with that? And I'm actually hoping the Most High has mercy on them. Like when Christ was on the cross, those two people who was on the side of him, he's like, you know, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. That maybe the brother really thought what he was doing was right, like many people. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is it's time to stop thinking and do research and be patient. That's how the Most High works. It's impossible to please him without patience and faith. Okay? And that's not the only person. Listen, I've seen a person on the news. She was being interviewed by another news person. She said, hey, I'm not feeling good. She just ended up passing out. So there's another person to the list. And these are just the people that I've brung up tonight. You guys probably have more people that you just seen. So we're going to talk about this article really quick, because it reminds me of Revelation 13, which we're going to go into. Meet the Neuralink co-founder who's left. Well, first of all, this is futurism.com. Okay? Educational purposes only. It's fair use, all right? Meet the Neuralink co-founder who left and started a competitor that's now rapidly catching up. Engineering the brain is really this very transcendent goal if you take it seriously. That's how Bill Gates talk, right? In the world of brain computer interfaces, there are a few names gaining notability faster than Max Hodak, the founder of Science Corp, a newcomer in the industry that kicked off just last year, but which has already raised $160 million in total funding, putting it second only to Musk's Neuralink. In fact, Hodak started Neuralink alongside Musty back in 2016. But in 2021, amid growing controversy, did I get his name wrong? I'm sorry. Musk. Controversy and long delayed human trials, he left the company, leaving only 2 out of 8 original co-founders, and quietly launched Science Corp to pursue similar but distinct work. Now we're going to get to the meat of it. We're going to get to the meat of this and tell you why the scriptures talk about miracles that they would try to do eventually, using this technology to fool the same people doing this. Because they're going to tell you, well, it's a lot of people passing. To fix it, we have this. This is how we can fix it. This is, you understand? Or for the people who don't pass, they just say, hey, we got this to enhance it. However they're going to do it, it's going to all be connected. You watch. Let's see what we got here. Science Corp's first major project is the Science Eye. It's basically an attempt at a prosthetic eye for blind people. You see what I'm saying? Here goes those miracles. Some of us can already get this eye surgery, but they're taking it to the next level where they can control everything about you like you're some type of humanoid, cyborg, whatever they call these things, right? Yeah. Full control by the beast. But unlike any that have come before, because it combines gene editing to the optic nerve with a special implant. Gene editing. Did they not talk about that with this, like Elder Rawchaa has been telling us? It's all linked together to the beast system. Boy. I mean, I think they thought we were just making this stuff up. Let me drink a cup of tea. This ain't that England cup of tea. This is that big cup of tea. We gotta drink a big cup of tea. That we might drink all of that cup of tea on this one. It's gene editing. See? Did they not talk about that when it comes to this RNA, messing with your DNA. Boy, let's go ahead and go back into it. It combines gene editing to the optic nerve with a special implant. The science eye still in animal trials, but its potential is clearly wooing investors. So we decide to catch up with Hodak to hear about what the company's working on, how it tests subjects are doing, and what's come next. This interview has been edited for length and clarity. Excuse me, I'm reading the wrong part here. Futurism tells us about how the science eye work and what does it do. Let's go back to it. Max Hodak, the science eye has two parts. Simple gene therapy to add protein to the cells of optic nerve, which makes them light sensitive, in a thin film micro layer, blah, blah, blah. Let's 1 second. Let's go down here. They're basically telling you that they're trying to, how they're curing blindness. You've already implanted the science eyes in some bunnies, right? How are they doing? They're doing well. We do end up needing to look carefully at the tissue imaging to figure out if the gene therapy is working or if the implant is doing something unexpected. But we will try to use as few animals as possible. Really? Can you really make me believe that? The whole creation groaneth because they're waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. They're waiting for Israelites to wake up back to who they are, because they are, listen, animals having to eat animals, go around and eat. Do you see how the Komodo dragon just going to eat poor animals alive? The animals still be living, and the Komodo dragon is eating that thing while it's alive. I'm like, man, that is brutal. These animals is waiting for us to wake up, because look what Esau is doing with them, all type of things. Esau is taking his science to the next level. The poor monkeys just want to swing from the tree like a Judah gorilla. They just want to swing from the tree. They just want to grab some bananas and whatever else they eat. Huh? But they can't even do it because they got them in the science labs. The Most High did not need the science falsely so-called when we were living in the land of Israel. We didn't need any of that. See? The animals are supposed to be able to go and play free. Now you got women out there talking about, I'm trans canine. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I mean, someone put an article out there, and the sister said, I'm trans canine. I said, what is that? She's talking about, I've only been with 2 men in my life. I've been with 6 dogs this year. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, you know what? Praise the Most High, my kids is homeschooled. And you know what else she says? She says, it's a good time to be a parent. What does that have to do with, what does that have to do with each other? So the poor animals, like this brother saying, we're going to try to use it. We're going to try to use the least amount of animals as possible. I am not going to believe that, because y'all out there playing with the sharks, the dolphins. You out there everywhere there's animals. Leave the poor animals alone. I used to be a little kid watching Discovery Channel, and I would see Esau out there hunting as the scripture says that he would do. For those of you new out there who don't know who Esau is, it's the so-called red or white man today. I would see them out there flying drones and things before they give us the possibility to use drones, following animals around and putting cameras on these animals and putting implants in them. They've been doing this a long time ago, before we even knew the truth, guys. So they telling you they're going to use least animals as possible. Yeah, right. See, they're acting like on the local levels that they care for the animals, right? When it comes to the rangers out there, when it comes to the rangers out there, of you shooting deers and things like that, but let me tell you, they don't really care. Seems like I'm breaking up a little bit here. 1 second. They don't really care. One moment. Okay. Yeah, we back. I was making sure. I was kind of lagging a little bit. I didn't like that. I'm like, every time I talk, it's making me look, like a shapeshifter or something. I'm like, I don't like that. Anyway, so, yeah, man, they got to leave the poor animals alone. Let them be. They waiting on us to wake up. Listen, the whole world is waiting on us to wake up. I'm like, I seen like a little jaguar eating a little animal the other day, a deer or something, eating the whole colon out of that thing, and you know, all the stuff falling. I said, Lord, this is not how the world is supposed to be. We have to wake back up because the whole world is waiting for us to wake up. I'm like, life is not supposed to be where animals is eating another animal's colon, and you understand, the trash is coming out of that thing while he's eating. I'm like, man, we need to go back to where they can eat grass. I'm like, cause that was disturbing. I had never seen that before. I seen them. I didn't know if they had went around that and then eat that or something. But listen, when I seen that, I knew. I said, man, we gotta wake up in a hurry. It's bad out here. It's bad. Ooh, boy. Anyway, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to a few scriptures here, man. I'm going to try to move through them a little quick, and then we'll answer a few questions. And we're going to bring some farming stuff and some more interviews and things in the next few weeks. Oh, yeah. I got a few interviews with a few more companies or whatever. So I want to put this out there, though. This channel is not for... I know I share people's things on there, but I'd rather you go to make sure you try to get on G.O.C.C network. I just try to share things briefly, but this whole channel is not necessarily about taking all of my time for one's business. I barely try to mention mine. I mention mine here and there, and I give shout outs. I try to give shout outs, but I don't want to spend the whole show just, you get what I'm saying? But I do want to share the businesses as well, because I want to show people and motivate people and encourage people and provoke one another to good works. So I'm not saying you can't send things and ask, but just understand that, you know what I mean? I try to do it in a way where I interview a person to where you understand, showing their works of the kingdom. But it's not my job to go out my way to promote your business. That's each of our own jobs. When you get your platform or whatever you're doing or whatever platform you use, that's really your job to do that. It's the same thing for the music. I'm led through the Spirit genuinely to do certain things. You understand? So, but I'm an elder. I'm a shepherd first. So get with G.O.C.C network. You understand, if you can. And if it be the Most High's will that I see your stuff or whatever the case may be, I don't mind sharing it, but understand that I'm not just, you know what I mean? I don't even just want to just put my stuff out like this whole show about that, unless I'm actually, it's got to be a purpose behind it. How is it helping my people? So, you know, I'm just saying that it's, yeah. But I'm going to always be showing people what they do on here, the talents and what they're doing for the show. You understand? But I'm not overly excited about you know what I mean? Like, I'm just showing people what all you guys are doing, and it's up to you guys to do the rest to build a kingdom from there. Matter of fact, I got that good old, speaking of that, what's this here? What I got here? Yeah, I got that good old chocolate. I got that good old chocolate. Woo. Let me tell you, this good old chocolate that came in from Mr. Richard Evans. conciergechocolate.com. I got mine in. I'm going to tear that thing up with a little wine that the brother blessed me with. Bless you, Mr. Richard, for that. KD Naturals, I'm still using your stuff. I'm going to be ordering some soon. I'm so busy, but it's a lot of great stuff out there. Elder Rawchaa, listen, Elder Rawchaa just showed off with some of his shoes. See, he about to drop for lionborntees.com. You dropped them fresh shoes, man. I'm gonna have to cop me some of them shoes. So he got some of them in the works. You understand? It's a beautiful thing. You guys already know my site, and I will, like I said, I'm going to be always promoting our you know. Thank you, Elder Dell. I'm gonna always be showing love. I'm all about just the genuineness behind everything. This is not about just us making money off of each other. No, like it's the genuineness of I'm showing a person is going out of their way to study, to show themselves, improve, work hard to build the kingdom. That's it. I'm not glorifying myself, anybody. I don't care about that. It's all about how we are helping Christ to build his kingdom for us and our people in the Most High. Taken suddenly. Going to go to Matthew 16 first. I'm not going to be able to go through all the scriptures. I think I made my point across, but Matthew 16 and 24. Let's go there. Matthew 16 and 24. All right, Matthew 16 and 24. Then said Yeshua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited, if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels. And then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verily I say unto you, there shall be some standing here, which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Christ is very serious about what he's saying. He's very serious about what he's saying, guys. For whosoever shall save his life shall lose it. Whosoever shall think that you can hide under how we did in the past, go run to the Egyptians. Oh, you should take this or do this. This is going to keep you alive. When it didn't. Listen, guys. One thing we can't run from is death. If the Most High allows it to happen on us. Well, we don't want to do it or suffer if we're actually doing wrong. If we're suffering for doing right, all praises to the Most High, because we know that that's after what our Savior told us, according to the gospel and his testimony. But if we're suffering for doing what this brother said, like take them to jail if they don't do, you know what I mean? Like, hold up, brother. You trying to gain the whole world and be under the master, but you're going to lose your own soul for giving up your people like Judas. Let's go to Revelations 13 really quick. Let's match that up with this Neuralink thing we just read about. See, a lot of people bragging on all of these so-called elite rich men. I don't want to hear about how much money Elon Musk got or Bill Gates. I don't care. Do you know how they got their money? The man of Apple, the man of Facebook. Do you know how these people got their money? Elder just brought it out not too long ago. These brothers be in caves with people and all that. Huh? They be in caves with people doing who knows what. They didn't just get it like you and me to work hard and put your hand to the plow. They was selling their soul and whatever else to get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this world. Not from the Most High. You think this brother just came out and just made this technology of this phone or this fake? Listen, no. Anything they give them is for the purpose solely of the devil. See? Yeah, listen, these people are made up people. They can have these babies any way they want to have them today, as you know. They can kidnap them. See? How there's this human trafficking thing going out there, and they can, you understand, bury these babies up, rear them up to be whoever they want them to be. Elon Musk supposedly came from South Africa. His story was that he used to play with toys, and all of a sudden he found out that he wanted to be this and that he had love for this. Are you kidding me? All these stories is made up. These people are groomed to be who they are. These people are groomed to be who they are. And we got simple as the day is old people around here bragging on our enemy. Man, such and such got money. You don't got his money. What you bragging on another man for? There you go, Obama. All of these people. These test tube babies. No different than how they would try to take the pharaohs, these rap mummies, right? And get inside of their bone marrow to deal with their DNA, to try to bring back people who look just like them, which is why Michael was trying to fight with the devil for Moses' body when you read that. And I think that's in Jude. See? Don't forget, the same practice was going on. Moses was from Egypt. The same practice was going on in Egypt. How they bring some of these people back who look like these old pharaohs and things like that to try to use them for influence because they were influential in the past or whatever the case may be. See? That's Revelations 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. And he exercised all power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Talking about the Roman Empire. That's who we're still worshiping, the Roman Empire and all the ancient empires that they copied. Ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt, ancient Assyria and Persia. All of these gods that these people worship, these fallen gods. That's why you need to get in the academy and get the root of these fallen gods so you can really understand how it all came to fruition. See, I was here in the academy in Africa, in the Middle East, when you understand, Elder Rawchaa did that first Babylon, Rome, America. We in a little room downstairs. That was an amazing time. You understand, to see the academy come about. It's just, look at the Most High. Right? It was amazing, man. So get up in that thing and get your learn on, right? So let's go to verse 12. Excuse me, not verse 12. Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on earth in the sight of all men. See, guys, these people have so much technology coming from the sky. Missiles, the HARP weapon, the laser beams coming from the HARP weapon. Listen, these people are doing all of these things. They're making blue beam pop projects, making you think. Let me tell you. What's this thing? My mother sent me this the other day. Hold on, let me find this thing. Boy, let me find this thing my mother sent me the other day here. I wanted to bring it up too. I had to let her know, nah, Mom, that's that blue beam project. It's really an angel in Palestine. Really? So they show. Oh look, it was some on TikTok. 1 minute. So they show simple as the day is old. Listen, they show. Hold up. Oh, let me turn that thing off. Hold up. Turn it off. 1 moment. Good Lord, that thing didn't cause the virus on my phone. What's going on? Hold up. Sorry, y'all. Lord have mercy. Get up out of here, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm acting like an old man on this phone. I'm like, how this thing kept playing? I'm like, what is going on? Anyway. I had to show it right there on my phone real quick because it was TikTok. I don't have TikTok, so it just showed the video. Listen, I saw a few videos like that where they had Mother Mary coming back with a little white Jesus, come just floating in the sky like a little cloud. Let me tell you, people in Africa, simple as day is old, crying as if this was Christ coming back. And they crying for a white Jesus too. With Mary just floating. Mary coming through like this. Hi. These people just dropping. This is when I was living over there in Africa a few years back, man. I was like, man, I'm like, do they not read the Bible? To know that Christ, I mean, we're going to read that. We're going to read that, man. Oh my goodness. And then they had another one. I forget who they had coming back. I said, man, in the desert too. Where Christ said, if they say he's over there in the desert, it's like, yeah, they forget about it. Man, Lord have mercy. So when we read verse 13, Revelations 13 and 13, let's read it again. And he do a great wonder so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. They also use their ships, their demons, their fallen angel ships. They're doing all of these different things. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image. I'm sorry, it's a lot of light in my face. That they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Okay. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So whoever don't want to take this, whoever don't want to take a part of this microchip, that's what they want. Like this brother was saying, jail them, kill them, in so many words, huh? But he don't really know what he was talking about. If he only knew, he was saying all of these children and that pregnant women. It's just a total opposite though, brother. Let's go to verse 16. And he called it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their foreheads. Is that not where we're transitioning into eventually? The cashless society, and then eventually to blockchain. Yep. The brain is enough is already how the Most High made it already, like a computer. So they just mimic that and try to taint it. 40 years of technology, they're ahead of us, guys. Don't forget, when we were young, we used to be watching the Jetsons. I was staying in little projects at Piccadilly. Let me tell you, I was staying in all these little type of little hoods when I was young. As a little boy just wondering. Right? And I was like, man, hold up. I watched this movie called The Mark of the Beast when I was young. I'm like, is this how it's going to be? Guess what, guys? This is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. Right? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads. Well, we're not just reading about this in Neuralink. See, a lot of you guys, you have so much faith just because you hear somebody's rich. You don't know how these people got their money of selling their souls to the beast system. Guys, a lot of you will hop in a Tesla car bragging because you can hop in a car that can drive itself. Guys, don't you know, just recently there is a car. There's a many articles out there, actually. There's a correct me if I'm wrong. There was a it happened, but I don't have the details of. There's a situation where I think a Tesla drove a man to death or something like that. There's another one where the Tesla's driving through the street just killing people. Yeah. There's another one where the Tesla was supposedly getting charged up. They come up outside the next morning, that thing is burnt up. Are you kidding me? I'm good. I'm good. Y'all want to brag on Elon Musk all you want to. But these cars will kill people, hurt people. You're in the car, and guess who's going to jail? You. You can't blame it on the car. Well, the car drove me. Y'all don't see where this is going? They put this in you. They got the smart this, smart that, and things that can control you while you driving, hurt somebody, and you go down for it. That's what we're coming to. Yeah, it's not a joke. I didn't make this up as a rumor. I literally watched one of these joints myself. I heard the other one from somebody else, from the article. I literally watched it. This Tesla was just hitting multiple people. Boom! Killed that person. Boom! I'm talking about full speed ahead. It's almost like if it meant to hit these people. Because it was like, couldn't the car just keep going one direction? It was just hitting people back to back. I'm like, whoa. This is almost like the Knight Rider. Man. What we coming to? Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he or except he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. Elder was just talking about this Order 66 thing the other day. I used to always see it. I'm like, look at these people, man. This is what it's coming to, right? We're going to go to 2nd Ezra chapter 13 really quick and 17. Going to try to speed through them. 2nd Ezra 13 and 17. Because people are suddenly being taken, right? Right? They're suddenly being taken. We want to make sure that if the Most High takes us, it's for we ain't going out just for nothing. We going out in righteousness. You see, everyone in this time in prophecy is going to have to fit a purpose. You have to have a good amount of people that's going to be in the wilderness for a purpose. Some people are going to, may pass away or be martyrs. Some people may be taken like during the time of Noah. You're going to have a lot of people passing from this and sin, but then you're still going to have certain evil people that's alive to make it to the wilderness of our people who still got the last chance before they get judged. And then you're going to have certain evil people with all alternative lifestyles still living here in Sodom and Gomorrah, fitting their purpose. So everybody's not going to die. Some people are going to die when this whole thing comes crashing down on Babylon. So everybody has a purpose. But every purpose the Most High has, you're going to know it's that purpose according to what we're reading here. So we want to be the left behind, whether we have passed away and are left in the bosom, waiting for Christ to change us, or left behind, waiting for him, or transitioning ourselves eventually into the wilderness in a time when that's time, or if it just so happened he didn't allow us to make it there, that he funnels us through like he did Lot, through a portal, whatever the case may be, because the angels can do it. I see them out there every night, every single night. They don't even hide. Listen, these guys cloaking their sails as if they're planes. All that. And people driving by thinking it's a plane. It's not even a plane. Right? That's what they did with Lot. We can read it tonight. They placed him outside of the city and then told him when they placed him in a certain area what to do after that. Just like Christ sometimes on his mission. Sometimes he was placed somewhere, because walking on Christ's missions, that's a lot of walking, trust me. Sometimes he had to be placed there to get there at a certain time through portals and things like that. Read the gospel, you'll see what I'm saying. For as I can, 2nd Ezra 13 and 17. For as I conceive in mine understanding, woe or destruction unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. So those people who are passing away from sin and from this, it's telling us right here in 2nd Ezra, much more danger or destruction to them who are not left behind. For they were not left, for they that were not left were in heaviness. Your burdens, your sin, sackcloth and ashes from not following the Most High, because you end up in a position where, like during the time of when the Romans came against our people in 70 AD, you're stuck in these cities because of your sin, because of the things that you decided to do. before the angels came and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Now I understand, verse 18, now I understand the things that are laid up in the latter days, which shall happen unto them, and to those that are left behind. Therefore are they coming to great perils and to many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet it is easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things happen in the last days. And he answered unto me and said, what does that sound like to you guys? It is easier for them, no different than when Christ was talking about the law. Yet one jot, one tittle, it shall not anyway pass away from the law, till heaven and earth, what he said, to all, basically all be fulfilled. This is the same thing he was saying here. It's the same thing Christ was saying here. Repeating the same thing that Ezra said. Yet it is, verse 20, yet it is easier for him that is in danger to come into these things, and to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and to not see the things that happen in the last days. And he answered unto me and said, the interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the thing that thou hast required. Whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind, this is the interpretation. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. What does it mean to keep yourself? Keeping your diet, saving your food, doing what you need to do to transition and to make it through these times. Adapting. So Christ can eventually funnel us into one situation to the next until we are in the wilderness and hopefully make it through that last purge to be a part of the 1/3 out of the 10%. Okay? They that be fallen into danger are such as have works. That means those of us who are following the law. But what else? And faith. So some of you get so caught up on just following the law. That's it. I'm coming to the Sabbath. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And some of you, and then don't even pay your tithes. See? But so your faith is weak. And you wonder why you're staying stagnant. You following every other law. Don't pay the tithes. Because they was giving mint and you understand, and cumin, and I don't even have a garden. Yeah. You don't even have animals either. But also, when they came to Christ to ask did he pay taxes, he said, render unto Caesar what is to Caesar's, but unto the Most High what is the Most High. That was money. That was money. So they were given not only animals and vegetables and fruit and corn and wine, they were also giving money. There was always money, guys. There was always silver and gold. I cannot stand when somebody try to bring that mess, not understanding there was always silver and gold on the earth of currency, always. You didn't read that in the scriptures about when Christ gave the man a talent and he said, hey, when I come back to you, I'm going to make sure you flip that talent and gain interest off of it. So stop that mess of talking about, well, they pay vegetables and this and that. Listen, it was always money. You don't understand the Bible. Are you kidding me? There was always trade and commerce going on. Always. You lack faith. So you're gonna be one of these people that's taken because you lack faith. So you gotta get yourself together, get your household in order. The same Ezra we're reading about is the same person gonna tell you, get your household in order. Stop trying to go around making people not eat meat. Stop trying to go around telling people they shouldn't be paying tithes. These type of people are not a part of the gospel of Christ. These people are serving themselves, not understanding that it takes finances and certain things to build a kingdom. Are you kidding me? We can't build a kingdom broke. What, we gonna be holding hands singing Kumbaya all day? We the Jews, we coming back, all praises to a higher. That's it. We need you to go out and put your hands to the plow so you can, the scriptures told us that we should increase more and more. Paul said that, or Timothy. It said we want you to increase more and more, that you should get better and better. You should not stay stagnant to build a kingdom. How can you build a kingdom with bricks and you just say, yeah, we got the foundation. How does that look? You saying that for the next 10 years. It needs to increase more and more to become a complete building. Are you kidding me? And then it needs to increase when it gets dirty. You need to clean it. Now you get Israelites, boy, they get up in the kingdom, don't want to do nothing. We here now. Just like when Obama came in office, man, we ain't got to pay rent no more. We ain't gonna have to buy gas no more. Simple as a day is old. When Obama was killed, listen, allegedly, all type of blacks was dying overseas when Obama was in office. Straight up. Boy, we gotta change our mindset. We're gonna go ahead and continue to read though. Verse 23. He that shall endure the peril or the time that's coming, in that time had kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such. So meaning we are going to fall into dangerous times. We are in dangerous times right now. We see it coming. And it will continue as like a woman in travail that's having a baby, get more and more dangerous as the time comes. Right? They have works and faith. The faith of Abraham was counted as his righteousness. And that's talking about dealing with Christ and what he commanded us through the Holy Spirit. Faith and works, not just the people talking about law, stand at the corner all day. Law. Don't have no faith, ain't doing nothing. Just following the law. Listen, those people need a life raft in water. They dog pedaling in water. The people who have faith are walking on water, because a law is not made for a righteous man. You're not focusing on just a law all day, going around telling people what they should and should not be doing. You're a light, going around shining your light bright. See, these people need a life raft. Straight up. That's the people who just of Abraham and think that that's because they're Israelites we getting in. The white people did this and we gonna get in because of that. You listen. Bless you. You're not getting in just because of that. I promise you. You're going to be called least in the kingdom. Just like that man who had the talent and did not flip it. That's you. So you can change it. You have time to change that. Verse 24. Once again. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind. What happened to the rapture scripture? It's trash. It's garbage. Throw it away if you ever believed in that as a Christian. Listen to the scriptures of what Prophet Ezra says. Know this, therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. Period. And we're not talking about righteous dead. That's called common sense. There's certain people that's always going to be taken if they're of age, dying of natural death is their time, or if the Most High just don't want them to see this time. Get that even out your mind. We're talking about the sinners. Talking about the sinners of they who be dead. Those who are taking certain things they're not supposed to be taking. Some of them may pass away. We don't know. We hope they don't. And sinners. Sinners are promised to get death. But the scriptures is telling us those who are left behind, like the book of Eli. Yeah. They're more blessed than those who are dying of sin and dying because they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing and making certain choices. Because they listened and they followed the scriptures and the faith of Christ. They didn't get all scared and emotional when they seen something coming. It always comes with fear and then it passes. And the Most High continues to bring us through. Matthew 24 and let's see. Matthew 24 and 1. Yeah, it's a lot, but I'll read it. I'll read it. Matthew 24 and 1. Matthew 24 and 1 says, And Yeshua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yeshua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there should not be left one stone upon another that should not be thrown down. Meaning they're going to eventually tear this whole place down, just like they did in the past in Jerusalem. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when these things shall be. Tell us when these things shall be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world. And Yeshua said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. We're in a time where we don't have time to be getting tossed to and fro. Take heed that no man deceives you. Not any man on the news, not any man in the doctor's office, in the hospital, not any man that's a false prophet or a false teacher, right? Or somebody who's just trying to bring something deep. When you see people on the streets trying to bring something deep, look to see, do they have some type of congregation, even though you ain't going to be joining in anyway, or are they just collecting change? It's not saying that a poor man can't lead people, but what I'm saying is, guys, let's use our common sense here. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name saying, I'm Christ, or I believe in Christ, or I'm a Christian, or I follow what you follow. I follow, but I'm 5% though. No. They shall deceive many. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. So don't listen to the news. He's telling you right now, you're going to be hearing of wars and rumors of wars on the news. Oh, Iran going to do this. This people going to do. And they're all doing it together. They're all planning it together. So he's telling you right now, don't listen to every little thing that's going on the news. Don't let no one trick you or take your faith or shake your faith. Don't let no one who's telling you, oh my goodness, is this many people getting cold over here, getting sick over here. He's telling you what's on the news right here. He's literally prophesying what's going on in the news. Let no man trick you or deceive you or make you scared or get you emotional. He's telling you. What are we hearing on the news all the time? Wars and rumors of wars. Oh, they just dropped a bomb in Palestine. Oh, they just did this. And then life goes back to normal. Oh, they just did this in Ukraine. And these cats walking on the beach. They walking on the beach fine and happy. Come to find out, it's straight American investments over there. See, let me tell you. Better is the end of a thing thereof. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Do you know what that also means? Well, God, he made us all free. So when you start seeing people say that, many shall start to say, God did this, and God allows this and allows that. And all simple as the day is old, Christians will follow it. It's not just saying a person just going to say he's Christ itself. No, it's telling you all theological mindsets. You understand all different types of sorts of character of people will come into the world. I'm trans canine, and it's the time for this new thing of whatever these people are saying. And they add God into it. See? They add, well, God wouldn't want us to die. He would tell us, what would Jesus do? That's what he would do. He would want me to save my life. And then you end up dying. So it's dealing with all of that. For many shall come in my name saying, God don't mind us doing this and doing that. That's not my God. Yep. Why would this is the thing. So God would allow you to eat an unclean animal that he made to actually eat parasites from off the ground. That's what pigs do. They go around eating parasites. And then you get them. He would allow you to do that. Many shall come in my name saying I'm Christ, or I follow him, or he let me do this sin. Yeah, it's just a little crazy. You were not eating that shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster until you came off of the slave ships. So, are you sure God told you to do that? Or was it the white man? Are you sure God told you to eat those chitlins? Because it looks like he just gave you that and they took all the good stuff. Because in the wild, lions and carnivores eat the organs. Because that's where the nutrition is. but the organs are filters for the body. The organs are filters for the body. That's why lions and dogs and wolves eat them, because that's where the nutrients start in the body. They get filtered and they transfer through the colon and in different areas in the body. Any filter, like a water filter, take your water filter out of your reverse osmosis system and see how it looks when you take it out. Oh, you're going to rinse it off and put a little bleach on it and put a little season all on it and eat it, right? That's what you're going to do, right? You see, so this is a mindset of our people because it has nutrition. The tree of good also has evil in it. The tree of good and evil, just because something has good does not mean there's not evil in it. We're not supposed to be lukewarm. We're supposed to be good or evil, not both. So just because something has nutrition does not mean it's bad. Weed, the same thing. It has benefits. Of course, the devil is not going to come and just bring you evil. And so this is our people coming trying to think they're wise, but you're foolish when you bring this nonsense. But this has this and has that. This organs has this, or this weed, or these drugs, they can help you with this. The tree of good and evil. You have got tricked over and over like Eve as a man. You're supposed to be Adam. Better than Adam from learning from Adam. So be careful with these people. You see, just because they give you some antibiotics, yes, you can eat oxtails. It's part of the meat. I'm talking about some guts. I'm talking about some blubber. I'm talking about some organs. Well, Elder, nobody eating that. Yes, they are. They are eating the manhood of the cow and all that. Stuffing rice in that joint. Trust me, I've traveled the world. You got our people out there eating coon and possum and all type of stuff. And saying God said that. Yeah, these are the same people we're reading about in Matthew 24:5. Many shall come in my name saying I am Christ and shall deceive many. God didn't say we, don't you sound like the devil? God didn't say we couldn't eat coon. God didn't say we couldn't eat pig. God didn't say this. That's what the devil said to Eve. God didn't say this and say that. He know if you eat this, that, you're going to get knowledge. God didn't say you couldn't eat that coon or that pig. They afraid you're going to get addicted to it because of how good it tastes, because we cook good down here in the South. Simple as a day is old. Lord have mercy. You just ain't never tasted no good cooking before. You don't know Christ. Many shall come in my name, saying I'm Christ, and shall deceive many. We know all the tricks. We know all the dark sentences. All the filth that our people try to use to bring something. All right. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So throughout the years of us being in this truth, we've seen the earthquakes used allegedly by the so-called weather thing that's in the sky, shooting into the ionosphere. They're playing a harp, right? They're playing a weather harp. trying to copy our Ark of the Covenant. Trying to copy us. See? The Most High could do all of that with the harp and make it rain, do all of that. Read some of the stories when we went to war. You'll see. Right? It's famines going on. It's purpose famines going on in the stores. Y'all see how the price of eggs going on right now in chicken? Y'all better pay attention. When y'all see things resting, that's when you need to be getting stuff, because it's going to come back again to where it's like a woman in travail of having a baby. The birth pains, the rest. The birth pains, the rest. That's when you better get it. Because it's going to be that one day where things just shut down. Can't move, can't go nowhere. You better have hope that you prepared. That's all I'm saying, guys. I'm not trying to beat up nobody. I'm just bringing the facts. I'm bringing the words of the Most High. And it's like we got to stop the know-it-all thing, because we don't know it all. If you knew it all, you would be some millionaire somewhere teaching some people, you know what I mean? Or our people will be successful owning a little bit more than 2 to 5% of America's wealth. It's just the reality. With all the millionaires we got, that's all we own, guys. Ain't no know-it-alls around here. Christ and the Most High is the know-it-all. And the Holy Spirit, obviously. See, I took myself out of the way already. I let the Holy Spirit and Christ and the Most High go before me. Now you have to prove yourself in order for them to use you. But I don't know why people think you get in the truth a few years and you just ready to go. Yeah, I should be an elder in 6 months. I've been reading the Bible, studying, fasting, and praying. I then became a Nazarite. You're a Nazarone. You are a Nazarone, not a Nazarite. Because knowledge puffeth up. He didn't tell you to be a Nazarite king. You still in captivity. You still got a lot to learn about your culture. We have not become the kingdom of Israel yet. We are working towards it, even to understand one another, to get along with one another, to trust one another. Trying to be over righteous. You are not John the Baptist. See? You trying to force yourself to be a prophet in the body. No. Sit in the back of class. Go with one of the brothers who already becoming fly with him to show you how to dress, to get you an edge up. Get your hat cut at one of the brothers in the church or somewhere, and sit in the back of the class, open that book and learn. Straight up. Pull your pants up too. Cut that beard off because it ain't there yet. It's not there yet. It's still a little scraggly. Cut it off and be patient and let it grow. We telling you the real of how men speak. Be patient. I can even tell you how to grow a beard. Mine didn't connect before. Be patient. Keep cutting it. Keep brushing. Keep cutting it. Keep brushing. So some of y'all, sometimes when you get a little bit, you know why I'm paralleling it like that? To the truth and to people who try to force themselves to be teachers. I'm paralleling like that for a reason. When you finally get it, you be happy. But if you be a little bit more patient, it's going to come in full. Drink your milk and then eat your meat. There's people who couldn't grow beards before. Me and my brother told them, listen, cut that thing, brush it. Cut it, brush it. All the oils you put is not going to work. Cut it, brush it. Cut it, brush it. Just like how you do the grass. Before you know it, even if that little bit come in, you get happy with it, keep cutting it off. Before you know it, it's going to come in full. Be patient on your ministry. Men is just too cocky. Men is too cocky. That's why I don't have a lot of friends. I'm just like, I hang with the real humble ones in the truth. Then you got to show consistency on that. I don't want to hear a new scripture all the time. I'm sorry. I just don't. I just want to keep the basics. The Hebrew Academy got every scripture I need already. Sorry. I don't want to hear your philosophy or your theology. I don't want to hear how deep you are and have you ever thought about it this way. It's too many ideas. I just want to focus on what Christ already gave me. And then when we can reach that and get there, we can talk a little later. Among elderly men with some white hair or gray hairs of age. So we can make sure that cats ain't going to fall off. Because even sometimes they fall off. So listen, we got a lot of work to do as a people. Let's get back on track. All right. So we let's jump down to verse 9. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. We already see this going on with them trying to call us anti this, anti-Emitism, anti this, anti that. Yeah, I purposely didn't say it the right way. Don't want the algorithm to be picking up any of this. Right? We are Shemites. So then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you and you shall be hated of all nations. So there's levels to this. There's a lot been going on with that and it's going to continue to happen. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. When has that not been going on? But unfortunately, Christ is saying it's going to continue to go on. You right? Verse 11, and many false prophets And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So it's going to be a lot of people, even our own people, hating what we're telling them. Unfortunately, these will be the people try to take us down. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. Listen, condemn your soul in free hours. All you're going to do is condemn your soul in free hours. I need you to hear it again. All you're going to do is condemn your own soul in free hours. So you're doing us a favor. Us resting in the bosom like this, chilling, you're just doing us a favor. And you think because you're alive on earth, walking around, that the Most High is not going to tell you a new something. Let me tell you. It's some demons in hell waiting that got some crazy, ugly faces that swole, looking like Black Panthers with dreads, waiting to tell you a new something. So you can condemn your soul in 3 hours. Okay? So we listen. We gonna cause it's getting late, man. It's getting late. It's getting late, man. So I'm gonna close it out right there. Because it's getting late. I wanted to go into a few more scriptures about how Abraham, and I'm just gonna bring it out, but how Abraham, you understand, begged for Sodom to have some people saved from Sodom, and how Lot's wife, you understand, how Lot's wife in Genesis 19, you understand, she turned back. So it's going to be a time where, in the time that's coming, where it gets so evil here that all of these evil people will be taken. But see, if we're taken, we want to be taken where the Most High is taking us to the wilderness or something like that. But we don't want to have our minds looking back or being focused on the world. Because some of us are still lukewarm in this truth and still in this world. And that's just the reality of it. I be seeing some people and sometimes I question, I'm like, man, just got to pray for them. That's when Christ told us to pray for these brothers and sisters. Not to look down upon them, not to judge them, not to think we're better. Because we all can have downfalls. But when you see that, just definitely pray for a brother or sister. You judging them and making it worse is not going to do anything. Pray for them and show them and continue to be kind and respectful to them. Understanding that we're all still growing as a nation. Now, if you just see some crazy outlandish, you got to go be real to that person and let them know what's up. And if it's too crazy, report that. That's just, you see somebody going out there pimping and committing adultery and fornication, it ain't no thing about you not judging them. It's like, hey, brother, you got baptized. That's not cool. It ain't no different than Maccabees, where the Maccabees seen one of the brothers, bowing down to the Greeks, and he went over there and thrust that boy with a javelin. And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm saying that's what they did in the past. It's certain things we have to say, hey, this is off. This is a little bit far. This is, I know you're still trying to transition, but this is totally off. Right? So, man, there's been a lot going on this week. You understand? So we're not going to be able to finish all of these scriptures tonight. 'Cause it's been busy, man. Anyway, let me see here. So we've seen that that thing where they try to say that there was an angel in Palestine and all of that. You can go to Luke 17 for that, and 21. Luke 17 and 21. No, not Luke 17, 21. Where is that at? That wasn't it. Excuse me, one second. I just scrolled past it. It's okay. I just scrolled past it. But it was a few scriptures I was going to go into. I'll tell you what. I'm going to read this one. I'm going to read this one. I'm going to read these last two. They're short. This is important. I got to read this. I'll read this. Luke 17 and 31. Luke 17 and 31. And I'll read two short scriptures after that. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife. So don't let us get caught up in this system, get caught up with our friends and our family, because we want to try to keep a relationship with them. Don't forget, Christ told us, those who love mother, husband, brother, and wife and kids more than me, because we know people got baby mama drama problems. It's all type of situations and relationships going on that need to be mended, and that some of them can't be mended. So if it's going to take you not following these scriptures to mend a relationship, where it's brothers who can't even mend relationships or get their children back in certain cases because they want to follow Christ, you're going to get it all back sevenfold and more in the kingdom, is what he's saying, right? Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. So you thinking this going to save your life. You thinking you got to go, I got to go do this and I'm going to come back and follow you, Christ. I got to go make this money. And then you never even paid your tithes or even put in any charity donations inside. So you were lying the whole time. There's nothing wrong with you making money for your family, but you really lied. You really was saying you were going to do these things and you really didn't come to follow Christ. You became known in the truth, and the Most High blessed you with all of these new finances. See? But you just took off. You became famous in the truth. And now all of a sudden you just want to seek the world's fame because you're somebody now in the truth and you got that glory from the Most High. See? Your mind is in this world now because you became famous in the truth. See? So 33, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Whosoever shall live and not care, like when we started this truth, when we left everything behind, took everything that we had, and even when we lost that, we left it behind, and the Most High gives, take away, give, take away. When you finally understand that, that's the only time you're able to serve Christ. That's when when you seek to lose your life, that's when you're going to gain it. And people are going to be looking at you like, how you do that? How you just get blessed with this? And I had to be doing all of this to do that. I've been working all this time for master. And you just get this like that. People get mad when they see you getting blessed from the Most High. And they like, you don't have faith yet. You're that person who's dog pedaling in the water. And sometimes you floating on a life raft. But guess what? In the spirit, you may not see a person have as much as you in this world. But they really walking on water in the spirit. And listen, already in the kingdom, they already got sevenfold more than you. It's not about us thinking about having more than one another. It's about us being a body and just trying to get into this kingdom together. But unfortunately, it's just not the case. Verse 34. I tell you in that night, there shall be two men in one bed, right? The one shall be taken and the other shall be left. It's not talking about homosexuality. It could be men in their quarters of the military. It can be whatever the case may be. It can be roommates. Whatever the case may be. One person's in another bed, one is in another, one is taken, you understand, and the other shall be left. Taken suddenly is what this lesson is called, right? So there's things where the time comes where people are going to be taken with the angels outside of these cities into safe havens to get funneled to other places. But there's also going to be things where people are taken and death comes suddenly like we're seeing right now. Let us make sure that if we're taken it to safe places. And I'm going to read that to the next scriptures for you. Right? Verse 36. Two men shall be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left. And they answered and said unto him, where, Lord? He said unto them, and he answered and said unto them, where, Lord? And he said unto them, wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered. Okay, so we're going to go to Zephaniah 2 and 3. So we know wherever the buzzards are, wherever eagles are, is where there's dead meat or where there's the carcass. So when we see people taken, when we see people taken and how they putting out all of this news, we understand something. People throw stones and hide their heads. You see what I'm saying? So when Esau goes and Edom goes to these different lands and they start stuff and they dip off and they flee away, and then they say they come in with democracy to fix the equation, fix the situation. And they answered and said unto him, where, Lord? And he said unto them, wheresoever the body is, there will the eagles be gathered together. See? So this could be used for different manifold things, but right now I'm using it for where all of these people are taken, right? And it's like they putting out this news and acting like, well, we don't know what's going on. Why they taking? What could have happened? But check it out. When we see something dead, the eagles are flying around it. The buzzards are flying around it. You see what I'm saying? Because they know what's really going on. Because they caused it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But we're going to go to Zephaniah 2 and 3. Because they go into different countries and they start stuff and then they leave and then they'll say, oh, this happened. But guess what? Where the problem is, that's where the buzzards is going to be. They're going to leave their trace. That's why people say, follow the money. When you follow the money, you find out, oh, the Wizard of Oz or the you-wish people was involved with the situation. Where the carcass is where the buzzards or the eagles is going to be. Order out of chaos. Zephaniah 2 and 3. There you go. A Galilean dialect. There you go. Gather yourselves together, O nation I desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. It may be you shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Now that hid can mean many things. If one is taken in righteousness to be early to not see these things, if one is hid and taken to the wilderness of certain areas to be hid from these things that are going to be going on in these inner cities, whatever that situation is, whatever the Most High, wherever he wants to hide you or protect you, that's what he means there. Is that the last scripture here? Last scripture here. We're just going to use this one here. Isaiah 40 and 9. I'm not answering those questions just yet. You know, one second. This is the last scripture because I know we got to get out of here. And I'm gonna try to come on here and teach a little earlier, but I know some of you just come on here and watch the next day. But sometimes I have a lot of things to do throughout the week with the church, so it was a better time for me tonight. So sometimes I'll be coming on like 6 CST, but tonight I had to come on like this. But I know people usually watch my lesson a little later. So Isaiah 40 and 9. O Zion, that bringeth good tidings, get thee up into the high mountain. O Jerusalem, that bringeth good tidings. Lift up thy voice with strength. Lift it up. Be not afraid. Someone has to go out and speak the truth because the rest of the people is afraid. Speaking what Master wants them to speak. Say unto the cities of Judah, go into the ghettos and street preaching and behold your God. You are the children of Israel. Come back to the Most High so you don't be taken like these people. Get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding because our people suffer from a lack of knowledge. That's what he's saying here. Verse 10. Behold, the Lord will come with a strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. So you're going to get blessed by doing this. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm, and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. So even those who you understand are in the wilderness dealing with young will be protected. He's going to protect us all while all of this evil is going on. It says, he shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm and carry them in his bosom. So we want to be hid in this day where everyone is being taken eventually. Right now we have time to transition and adapt and save things and prepare things. And the Most High is going to gather us all together from the four winds with the angels. However that may be, where he says, hey, I need you guys to leave a little bit ahead of time because you understand, you're the shepherds. Or where he said, hey, nope, I need you to go like this. I need you to go like that. Whatever the case may be, right? So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there because I had some more scriptures to go into. But we really went into a lot when we were talking about these articles, man, because they were very interesting. So, I hate that I had to kind of go over a little bit, but it was necessary. It was necessary, man. But look out for some more interviews that we have coming, some more garden work. Listen, I know we talk a lot about gardening and we have a lot of experts. Some people are too shy to come on. Some people don't, whatever. I don't know, but we're going to make sure that you guys really understand the basics about growing food, because there's a lot of YouTubers and they try to sound deep and they really don't know what they're talking about. Be honest with you. So you really need to understand how to heal your soil so that your fruits and vegetables can grow with nutrition and actual life. And you understand? So if there's no microorganisms or worms or things in your soil, you're really eating dead food. That's just the reality. You can eat organic, because I eat organic, but we don't know if it's still, it needs to be just, sometimes it's good if you go out to try to visit some of these places and things like that. Right? So, anyway, guys, we're going to answer a few questions for a little bit. Give me one moment here. Give me one moment. I'll be right back, okay? We're going to answer a few questions.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that he used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book. And the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy. You're invited.
All right, I'm back. So I just had to check on something really quick. I thought there was someone at the door. It's late here, but it probably was the window or something going. So anyway, yeah, it was a lot of information, but it was needed, man, for the times, because we need you guys to understand what's going on and to not get tainted or to get scared when you see these things, because if a lot of you see a lot of death going on, you need to prepare your minds for friends, family, and strangers. None of us want to see anyone pass, but we need to keep our eyes open on the prize. That Christ and the Most High does not care about our emotions of any of this stuff. We need to listen to what he says. We mourn for the dead. We mourn for these things. We feel bad, but emotions really never solved anything. We have to mourn our 7 days, and we have to be strong as best as we can, because it's easier said than done, and keep it moving. But people are just going to do what they're going to want to do in the world, and we can't control it. So let us not get so disturbed deeply when it's things we can't control, because we have a prize, and we're trying to wake up as many people as possible and make sure we keep us and ourselves in this truth, right? So I can only answer questions for about 4 minutes because the time is just there, guys. I'm going to be back next week, most high willing, and to bring some more stuff. Okay. So I'm a very busy man. I mean, wow. I'm always working. So I actually have to wake up at early in the morning to go do, early in the morning to do some things. So these type of questions of log cabins, all of this, we can talk about this another day for another topic. Let's try to leave it on here. When you have any vitamins for pregnant women, why don't you just go to KIYSupplements.com and ask any questions like that? And please, guys, when you come to the site, please do not ask and say Shalom. That's really unprofessional. You can say it all you want to, but they don't know what you're talking about. So we have to try to be all things to all men when you're dealing with customer service. So and asking, is there going to be a class today? That's not what the website is for. So you can ask those questions on there. That, you know what I mean? I really don't want to say certain things on the broadcast when it comes to dealing with health to a certain degree. So right now, I just rather not. I'm not saying we don't. Definitely we do, Miss Taffy. But yeah. Okay. Just go to my site and ask those questions. And we're going to be having some consultations, in the near future this year. We're stepping our game up. We're doing pretty good. Household name, you know what I mean? Becoming a household name, and just going to continue to work hard to continue to help our people. All right. So any more questions before we go? We only got 2 minutes. I'm only taking 2 minutes because it's late. I actually still had to give me a little workout in because I had to be very early. But I'm just that disciplined. I got to get it in. I work out morning and night, so we got to keep those joints and lubricated. You understand? We got to keep that blood flowing in that body. Even if it's not a big workout, I'm still gonna get that blood flow. So, but we're gonna bring some planting and certain things on to show people the basics of how to grow things, not just in dead soil. That's really the main thing that's going on: dead soil and too much fertilizer. It's about life. It's about fungus to bring your plant to food. The fungus is basically like the devil uses nanobots, but that's pretty much like the Most High's microorganisms. His life, his nematodes, all of these things that break down degrading, bioavailable, you understand, food scraps and things like that. In an animal when it dies, they worms, they all break this stuff down. The soil, this brings life to the soil. Okay. How to restore relationship with mother without walking away from the truth. She don't follow as I do. Well, the best way, my sister, Lilani Morris, is to shine your light that the Most High has given and continue to be not only the good person that your mother has raised, but better and more nice. And to not judge her and to tell her what to do. Don't tell her nothing what to do. You show her how the truth has changed your life. That's the best way, and say, listen, I'm sorry if I've ever done it. I really love you. Guess what? Every time it's your holy days, you send her a gift. Instead of you coming around all that other stuff, you say, hey, before that day comes or something, or well, really on your holy days, send her a gift. And she gonna be like, why are you sending me a gift? Oh, it's our such and such day. And she gonna be like, I kind of like this thing. What's that about? See? Try like that. There's so many ways to get a fish. You have to know your mother. You should know her to, you know what I mean? But being nice. Stop being judgmental, people, to your parents and to people in the truth. They not gonna listen because of that. They're not gonna listen if you beat them down with information. And let me tell you, with people in the truth, you can be talking for 3 hours and it only feel like it was 3 minutes. And then they be like zoned out, like they don't want to talk to you for a week or a month now. I've done it before when I was young. Don't do it. I had to go back and apologize. I'm so sorry. I've gained them way more now from just still coming around, showing the same love. I'm not going to do certain things. And they respect that. And they respect it like, high level. They see the man that the truth have made me and I became. I was always a nice guy, but I'm saying, like, no, they see what they were supposed to see. So try that. You know, because I mean, we should really still love our family. You know what I mean? Now, we may not do certain things that they do, but that's all I'm saying. So I got to go because it wasn't enough questions. I know you guys were typing questions as I'm teaching. That's really the wrong time. You should type them in this time, but it's okay. Y'all know I love y'all. I'm going to see you guys soon. I got a lot of work to do. Don't want to be too tired. I mean, and let me tell you what they got waiting on me. Some good leftover salmon Alfredo pasta. Lord have mercy. It's going down. Because I ate it last night and I want to eat it again. Woo. And they make that fresh bread with it. Y'all need to start learning how to make everything from scratch too. Let's get it. Come on, let's get it. Learn how to grow that wheat. Break it down to make that fine flour, but you're going to have to order your little machine off of Amazon for that. Come on, let's get it. All right. Shalom, peace, and blessings. Shalom to all of my elders. Double honor to all my elders. Yes, I'm an elder, but shalom to my elders, who's the elders of this church and bishops, and the elderly people. Shalom to them, because we have to reverence the elders and the hoary head and gray head people, men and women. Shalom to all the daughters of Zion and your children. Peace and blessings to you all. May the Most High heal you and bless you. Don't let the devil stress you. And stay strong. And don't give up. Don't stay stagnant, as the scripture says. Increase more and more and more. When the devil puts something in front of you like a chess move, you find a way around him another way. And keep a smile on your face even when he's trying to give you a bad day. And guess what? Just how he was trying to do Job, you should fare well. Because there's always a blessing on the other side like it was for Job. If Job got it and he was an Edomite, it's definitely a blessing for you. And I'm not speaking that Christian stuff. I'm speaking reality. Let's go. Shalom. Good night.